and Ira on the corner, real talk corner.
Real Entertainment Network.
Ira and Reese. The talk is still real. We still on the corner. We gonna touch on some topics.
SKN. We got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, we got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, it's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. Yeah.
Ira and Reese.
Dynamic duo,
Talk is still real. We still on the corner.
real talk
We
corner.
gonna touch on some topics.
It's real talking, it's real talk. It's real talking, it's real talk. It's real talking, real talk. It's real talking, real talk, yeah.
Check it out, you know, in tune.
My daddy made this beat.
Yo.
Live again.
Live again, vibes again, you know where I go.
This how you doing, man?
Era, everything I read, you
Yo.
know, what's going on with you? Everything
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Happy belated Father's Day to you, you know?
Bye, same to you and to everybody else out there as well, eh?
Respect, appreciate it.
You know, Father's Day isn't the most celebrated holiday. But with that being said, and I mean, the fathers do play a vital role in community and society and in the lives of the kids. So, and I mean, we take this time to tip our hat to them and say Happy Father's Day to all fathers, near and far.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
I
Big up yourself.
I don't see Mother's Day they come with some big basket and all kind of thing, and then Father's Day you get two chicken leg and they tell you Happy Father's Day. But you know what I mean, that is how you go sometimes.
I feel like we were treated well. We were treated well.
No, we were treated well.
Yeah,
No, that is definitely true.
we had a good
No, we
treatment.
were treated well.
So I would just
We
like
can't say that we weren't treated well. Definitely.
yeah. And actually, you know, Chevelle and I, we went out last night and we didn't make reservation. And to our surprise, you couldn't get anywhere. Every place was booked. Everything was an hour
Yeah.
away. So
Yeah.
it's coming around. It's coming around. But what we have tonight, let's not take too
Well,
much.
tonight we'll be speaking with Mr. Curtis Crooke is an individual who has been making the rounds on social media for quite some time. Speaks about a lot of topics, a lot of community issues. He's a supporter of the show. He's been supporting the show for quite some time. He's frequently in the comments.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, we got to shout out Curtis Cook for the support. And with that being said, tonight he's going to be here with us. Recently, we would have heard of this situation where individuals are going into quarantine and not having supplies, you know. And he was a part of a team who has been providing food and necessities to some of these individuals. So we'll have him here tonight and he'll speak to us about this journey. Also about some of the hardship that he has heard of from individuals in quarantine now going through the isolation process. So without further ado, and without holding up the show for any more long talking, Curtis Cook, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome, guys. Good evening to you guys. Happy belated Father's Day to you guys both.
Same to you.
You know, when
to
it
you.
Same
comes
to
to
you,
the
man. Same to you.
fathers, I hold fathers highly. You know what I'm saying? Because without anything, children is my first love. You know, and my passion is for children, for people, but children is always there in at the bottom of my heart, top of my heart, where we want children. Whatever I do to help anybody, you know, I'll try my best. Even as I say, people, children, whatever. So really, the situation we had here with the people in the cove in quarantine is a friend of mine really living in the community,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk every day. We don't normally the normal hello, good morning, how you doing? And one morning I said, hello, how you doing? And she said, she in the hospital. I said, you in the hospital? She said, yes. I said, what? I said, anyway, I'm to you. And she tell me what happened. She had the COVID and she in the hospital. That's how when you study that, she was getting some issues in the hospital, to be honest with you. But for my it's not about publishing or making anybody look bad. So I do what I had to do. I said, what you need was the problem. And she said, boy, she needs some water, she needs some juice. I said, all right, I buy the juice, I buy the water. Then I said, hey, I'm going home, go do some cooking. I said, you need some food? She said, yeah. I buy the food, chop off the food, chop off the stuff. Constantly checking on her, make a couple phone calls, tell this person, look, try let's shut down this so we could take care of the person. And that's how we started. She left the hospital frustrated again because treatment in the hospital wasn't the best. And I think these people are supposed to be treated the best based on the circumstances. If you first you got COVID, well, you're in the hospital where you're locked down too. So don't you think that you should be treated in that kind of way? Because mentally, psychologically, you're disturbed,
When you say treatment, you're not
right?
talking about medical treatment, right? You're talking about treatment as in how they dealt with the patient. When
How
you
you
say
dealt with the person,
okay.
in terms of how you deal with them.
Oh, okay.
Like not be harassing them, this in there, that in there. Right. They're
What
supposed
are
to be
some
well taken care of.
what were
So
some of the ill treatments that she reported or the person reported? What were some of the things that
well,
took
some of the
place?
situation was I seemed that they was having issues. I guess some of the nurses seemed that they were a little bit, I guess maybe because she's in labor, I don't know, them kind of things there. Issue with the sheet, like something about you can't bring a sheet. She couldn't bring in her own sheet. They don't want to give her a sheet because you got COVID. I think all these things, in my
So
humble opinion, should really be ironed out.
I mean, I don't necessarily think it's because of a party line, but maybe it's more of where in my mind I'm thinking
Well,
are
be
the
honest,
are the
no.
nurses given the proper
Yo,
protective gear and are they kind of standoffish so they don't want to deal?
all hear me.
Okay.
Yo, the problem I have hear me, I'm gonna be straight with us, my brother. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
A lot of people in this country is very unprofessional.
Okay.
Me asking you, I'm telling you. Big man, I work in a
Hello? Hold on. Curtis, we lost you.
Look like Curtis freeze up a little bit.
Curtis, hold on. We lost you a bit. The last thing we heard was Big Man, you're working, and then Blap. So what we're gonna do is
oh sorry.
try to. It's not your fault. You could start over at whatever you said right there.
No, I was saying that where I do work, I be very professional. And I was saying that some of us in Sinkits, we gotta be real. Some of us are very unprofessional. I'm not saying that there's not very good nurses at the hospital.
Okay.
I'm not saying that right. I'm just saying there's some you're gonna want to who are very unprofessional. And in all of this, not that I'm knocking nobody because I don't want to knock the hospital. I'm not gonna go down that street. What I'm saying though, in terms of that, we just gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta get that iron out. But put that aside, that already gone. It is what it is. Now she left the quarantine. She left the hospital, frustrated already, and went into quarantine. She was in the hospital, but the rest of the family was in quarantine. Okay? Well, she in the quarantine, I say, so what's going on with you? So you're gonna know it's difficult. She says a family of 7 and she need X, Y, Z. I said, well, hey, right now I got some beef, I got some macaroni and so, and I drop off that. Right? I said, anyway, let me see what could round up to try to help the situation. So I say, boy, let me call his partner, Ashley. I call him, he didn't round up wherever, but at the same time, the family's getting frustrated. Remember, it's 7 people now. As far as I see, this quarantine thing should have been properly organized. Organized in the sense of we should have things in place where you're going to have people locked down. I'm not talking about people who come from overseas I'm talking about people who you know you're gonna pick up off the street, put them in quarantine. So they must be properly organized. You must have whatever in the room for them. You must have where to eat, at least to this for the starting of the whole situation. Things must be organized. You don't have to be cooked food, but at least you have a little one or two things in there. So when the people come in to start with, at least at 2 days worth of supply for people. Because you should know what will be happening. Right. In the quarantine was happening. Frustration, start to get frustrated, and then they try to tell them, man, take it easy. And outside I'm gonna try to do what I can to help the situation. And I was doing what I can. I get in contact with his parents and partner Ashley. Apparently she called him too, and whatever happened, she would get frustrated and she sent out this voice note. But in fairness to the guy, the next day, he sent me the note, said, boy, I feel so bad. It's about 2 weeks ago, I feel so bad, I didn't get to exercise. Be honest with you, he called me the following day. He said, Cook, come now. We went to the supermarket and he told me, get a challenge. And big man, he did a massive shopping for the family. Went to the house to buy food, cook food. So they was really impressed with that section. I'm saying all this to say this. If things was in place, the people shouldn't have to be making these kind of requests for stuff. Everything should be a sequence. Now you shouldn't be calling out begging this and asking for this. Because remember, you're picking up people unexpectedly. You understand what I'm saying, guys?
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
Right. So you should have something.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
something should be in place for the family.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
Ashley now was the middleman. He went, do what he had to do. I made another phone call. I think there's other people bringing stuff. Can't listen everybody else. I made another phone call again. And I get some stuff from, I get a check from the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister. I went, organized it for them, cash it, drop it off for them. But these are the struggles they were going through as a family of 7. With a baby, a 1-year-old baby. No, they shouldn't be going through this. Not be happening. I should have never to the family. And then on top of that, we even make it more, a little bit more, make it more frustrated for the family. For some reason, by accident, the tape get out the day after the family came out. So you know what happened, the backlash.
I'm
People
not
start to abuse the
sure
guy who
what
did the
tape.
shopping. There was a voice note what she sent to the guy who bought the food, Ashley. Okay? If you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
In the say last week, the family was screaming out, saying, hey, but Ashley, you ain't said this or you ain't do that and that. But what happened now? The guy actually bought this stuff for them the following day after the voice note. You understand?
Yeah. Got it.
You guys with me?
Yeah, following you.
Right. So he bought this stuff. He sent me the voice note about Cook, I feel bad. So we went and bought this stuff the day after. Now a week later, 2 weeks later, for some reason the voice note he sent it to somebody and by mistake the person sent out the voice note. So people start seeing the voice note and thinking, well, they're still in quarantine and asking for stuff.
Okay.
When they already came out, right, the guy already dealt with them. Everything was done, taken care of.
Okay.
So people know, right. So some people start to say, oh, how come Ashley this and then how come she asking that when it already settled and done and dusted. So that
Okay.
part really was out the question. And thank God they're all COVID free.
Okay.
But what I'm saying,
They have
in all
recovered.
of this now, right, everything was already covered. So the voice note and all that was put to rest. But what I'm saying though, we should have never end up in this situation where they end up in where to call this person the people in authority should already have things in place in order to take care of people like that.
But wasn't it a
Because you
case?
can't
Wasn't it a case that they were like it happened unexpectedly? So maybe a plan may have not been
but that's what I'm
developed. Is there a plan now?
right.
Do you know if there is a plan now?
Well, okay, here the point now. I'll just say yes, but we should have never end up in that because we had a whole year to sort out. We were the last country with COVID, if you're following the COVID story.
Okay.
So I'm saying between last year and now, you should already had a team, a plan put in place, a mock one. But what happened if 200 people get COVID in the country? How are we going to deal with it? Are we going to be? We shouldn't be panicking now. If you get what I'm saying, we should not be in panic mode now, because COVID didn't just come this year. COVID was last year, and we had 2 big cases last year. So between last year and now, they keep saying we're going to expect the second wave. The second wave shouldn't catch us with the pants down. Am I making sense, guys?
I understand what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying. I
But-
get where you're coming from.
But isn't there a case where maybe the needs are not recognized until it's actually a thing?
Yeah, but what I'm saying now, the need should not be recognized until it's a thing.
Okay.
These are the people who are in charge of.
Okay, hold on. I have a question though, Curtis.
Yeah.
Now, you said a party of 7, a family of 7. All of them live in the same house?
All of them live together. So here what happened to them too.
Hold
At
on,
the same
Curtis.
time,
Hold on, Curtis. Hold on. The entire family was sick?
Yeah.
the entire family was in quarantine. Yes, all of them had COVID. Every single
There was
one.
there was no reason for them to go to a quarantine facility. The government should have left them in the house because they are already in their own bubble because they live in the same house.
Yeah, I feel so too.
Okay, so hold on now. You see what coming out of this? Well, this what happened. The whole family went to the hotel. One the lady was in the hospital. Okay? And what you're saying is what they're doing now.
Oh, okay.
We have some people present that they speak to you in home quarantine.
Okay. So wait. So this is where I was confused, and now you're making sense. What you're saying more so. So they actually took them from their homes and put them into a quarantine place without any kind
Into
of
a
resources?
quarantine. Right. That's
Okay,
the
no,
point.
that is absurd. That is absurd. I mean, it is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, even if you're going to put me into a quarantine facility, you must have things in place where I can have some form of assistance because it's not my fault that I get sick. So if you're going to take me out of my house to go into your facility, you must have something in place that can assist me.
Correct. Yeah, no, I thought they were quarantined at
That's the
home.
point.
I thought they were quarantined at home. I was
No.
missing that whole
No,
thing.
no,
So
no.
no, it kind of
No,
makes
no.
sense, right? No,
They end
it
up
really makes sense.
somebody had to rush back.
Yeah.
Somebody rushed back in a taxi, went in the house quick, pick up a bunch of clothes for whoever, right? And then they put them in quarantine. When one was in the hospital and the others was in quarantine. That's when
Wow.
everything kind of start, because then they start to ask. So I was basically the person who helping with the situation.
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I was the one who was helping.
Okay. Okay, no, I'm fully tracking. I guess I didn't
Yeah,
understand
this.
fully what was going
Yeah,
on.
what?
Yeah,
I feel that if I'm going to be forced to go into a facility, something should be in place for my assistance. If not, let me stay home.
They could have stayed home. I
okay.
don't even know
But
that.
then,
No, let me say, like, I don't even know that, even because you made a reference, Reese, if the entire family had COVID. I didn't even think that, even if it's not the entire family, that there is a reason to force quarantine, because there is isolation within the home as well that they can do,
Definitely.
and allow
yeah, but you
family
see,
members
what
to
happened is
tend
that
to
there was
them.
a lot of conflicting, because since last year people was asking though to do home quarantine,
Mm-hmm.
and they were saying no, people can't home quarantine because XYZ. That's what I'm saying. So we get caught with our pants down this year. Now you have people home quarantining. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we end up from not saying it, no, we're not doing it here. And then we turn around now saying, yes, people must home quarantine. So right now as I speak to you, people are home quarantine. But at least the good thing what came out of this though, be honest with you, EK came up with a plan to try and help assist people. So at the moment, we have a drive where we're actually trying to help take food to people and things like that. Where we, because you have, as I said, people in self quarantine as I speak. So this is
Okay.
what's happening at the moment. So at least something bad, something good came out of it.
Okay.
So at the moment, as I speak to you, we did it Saturday, and tomorrow we're supposed to hopefully back and do get things organized again and continue. And
Okay.
people is
Well,
really helping.
big up to
You know,
EK for that. You know,
you know.
big
Yeah,
up
that's
to
a
EK for that. That's a good
that's a
Mm.
big
initiative.
move. That's a big move.
So
Of
he
course.
really and he really right. So this is the way where we're going. But as I keep saying though, the problem I got with this whole COVID thing, and sometimes when you talk, people taking it the wrong way. Big man, I see people, as I say, my country is first. And this time when we're going to deal with the politics and time when we're going to have to deal with now is beyond politics.
Hmm.
It's life and death. And it's anybody at face. And I'm saying, people keep trying to tell these people all along since last year, guys, let us do what we got to do. Let us prepare ourselves properly. We're at the moment, as we speak, the government catch with the pants down again. I mean, look at the amount of people they're telling you with COVID, how we go rush up there, how we get there like that.
Yeah.
And then this we keep blaming one another. We calling each other anti-vaxxers, this-vaxxers, and we just need to get to the bottom of the whole thing. What make us where we at today? What we didn't do right. It's not the blame, but what we did not do right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the major question we're asking. And I wouldn't sit here and tell you people are not taking this thing serious. People are not. That is facts. Because when I'm driving around the country, I see people on the street, by the bars, drinking. You know, people need to take stock of what's going on. It's real.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But the people in charge still need to be more responsible. Be honest to us. Be honest. How the guy, whoever the person with the COVID, get in the country? This is the issue. I'm asking this all the time. Nobody seems to want to talk that. We're
Yeah.
blaming John and Paul. We're blaming the anti-vax. Oh, people anti-vax. Nobody no anti-no-vax.
Well,
I
we
have a
can
reason why.
we kind of pass
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
whole we kind of pass patient zero right now. I think knowing how patient zero got into the country is beyond it. The scary thing is I don't know how the numbers are being relayed over because I haven't really seen any of the what you call them where the what you
The
call this
chat,
the shows at the afternoon time.
Press
The
the
reports,
conferences.
the press
briefing. Well, I think
conferences. Thank you. I
we
haven't seen
three,
any.
we, they say
So
we 340 something with 2 deaths.
yeah,
Somebody did today.
but I mean, I'm
I
not
just say.
hearing if we're not getting any report if any of those people are actually vaccinated. The thing that has me a bit concerned, I find a little bit ironic, is that we've had cases prior to our vaccination rollout program. Now we have started a vaccination rollout program, and you would expect that that would help the situation. You've seen that the situation is a lot more dire than it was prior to the vaccination rollout program. So it kind of tells me that you want. Are we saying that everybody that is now infected with COVID is is unvaccinated and they're the cause of the spread? Is it a case that now we have persons who are vaccinated and because they feel like they're protected, they're no longer taking the proper measures,
That's
in order
spreading it.
to protect and they're spreading it. You know what I mean? Also, would like to know, well, how are these vaccinated individuals reacting to COVID if they're catching COVID at all? So, I mean, there's that sort of
Well,
information and that sort of data that I don't know that is being disseminated because I have not tuned into any of the press conference as yet. I don't know if any of you guys could tell me about it. Yeah, share the show.
well,
So,
be honest with you, my brother. I'm come to a point now where I don't listen to press conferences anymore. I don't listen to the people that send out after. And what was interesting to me the other day, where there's a clip going around where the lady was doing her presentation and she was telling us who unvaccinated who have the COVID,
yeah.
unvaccinated. So the reporter said to her, "What about the people who vaccinated? Can you tell us how much have the COVID?" She don't have the data on that.
But
I mean, you're dealing with
Curtis said, what I think the issue is the fact that, like Ira said, we're not getting the full scope of the information. And because we're not getting the full scope of the information, then many people in society, many people in the community are left with so many questions that they don't have the answers to. And that is where the problem is. There is no transparency throughout the entire process. And because of lack of transparency, then you're going to have me and Ira and Curtis and Johnny and Tim who have a million questions with no answers.
Yeah.
And that makes it so much harder for us to go forward as a people.
Yeah, and I mean also to Reese and Curtis before you get in, it also like if they're trying to roll out a vaccination, right? If they're not being transparent, then people are not going to get vaccinated because they want to know that, hey, okay, out of the 300 and odd people that contracted COVID, only 20 was vaccinated, only 10 was vaccinated, and those that were vaccinated, they're doing well. You know, they're responding well to the virus. These are kind of the kind of information that are going to reassure the
Yeah.
public that, hey, the vaccination is actually doing something, you know.
Yeah, real time data.
Yeah.
Real time data. That's
Yeah.
what we need. Real time data.
I've heard.
So, for example, you have like let's say 10 cases coming today.
Yeah.
When they announce, hey, we have 10 cases, we have 2 that are fully vaxxed, we have 1 that has only had the first dose, and the other 7 has been. And that way we could have a better understanding, but we are lacking this information.
And how they're
The
responding.
information is not there.
How they're responding to it is as well. You know what I mean? But Curtis, go ahead. You know, big up yourself. Let's continue.
Yeah, and as you guys are saying, but these are all people are asking for. We don't know. We are here. I'm here on the ground. I live here. All I'm asking for you to give me some genuine answers. You just make a point. If you're gonna tell me 15 people with the COVID today, tell me, okay, out of the 15, we have 4 vaccinated, 4 unvaxxed. And then in that way, you could tell me, okay, out of the 4, 1 not doing too well, he vax, and you say he will give us a better chance of decide to go in and take the vaccine. But all we're hearing every day is simple: just take the vaccine, just take the vaccine. Now they're saying today, the doctor is saying the vaccine is not going to stop you from dying. But in the beginning, they guaranteed you that once you take the vaccine.
Hold on, Curtis. Hold on. What you just said, they're saying that it's not guaranteed that you're not going to die, because that was the premise of everything, that you're not going to die, you're not going to get severely ill if you take the vaccine. So you're telling me now that they're saying something completely different?
Today, they said, the doctor said, that's the big talk right now, that you could die from the vaccine under some kind of condition. They start to put the condition now in. If you got this condition, you could die even though you take the vaccine. I remember at the beginning, I was telling you, you're not going to get that severe sick and you're not going to die.
Okay.
Now today, because they say some lady died today from the vaccine. So they're trying to say, based on your condition,
she died.
You could die even though you take the vaccine.
I mean, was it a case that she was not fully vaxxed and she never took a COVID test prior to the first?
I'm saying no, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
based on what they said today,
we don't know.
Okay,
that's the debate.
So here's my thing. Hold on, Curtis. Here's my thing. If this individual has underlying health conditions, do we credit the death to COVID, knowing that this individual has already been severely ill and their body has been in a steady state of decline over a period of time? Where does the credit of this death go? Because you can't tell me COVID killed when this person fighting XYZ for however long.
Well, they say, they say we have 2 persons. They put the person, they put it at 2. So at the moment, as far as we see, we got 2 die from COVID.
Yeah.
But the doctor said something else this afternoon. The chart said 2. But they said the press conference, he's saying you could also die from COVID if you got somewhere. I'm just as lost as you guys. It's rough here in St. Kitts, it's rough, my brother. It's rough. It's rough.
Well, we have reached out to have them an issue, and unfortunately they have declined. But I'll keep reaching out to see, because I would like to get them. I would like to get them here because I want to ask some questions. There's a lot of things that make too much sense.
And then when we trying to ask genuine questions, I mean the kind of response, even if you're trying to ask questions to do with you in your work or wherever, even people trying to ask genuine questions, people writing in on the shows and wherever, And the kind of insult you're getting, the kind of pushback you're getting, and to top off the insult, you got people still. I mean, you see, you look at some of the people writing on Facebook. We're talking about respectable people in Sinkers, eh? Look at the Facebook page. Look at the page. Some guy writes something there. When you have the person in charge of carnival, the chairwoman, we bitching because we don't want to take the vaccine. I mean, this is the kind of disrespect what is leaking out to the people. The people who asking genuine questions. Because remember, you guys earlier, I mean, why do I don't take the vaccine? I mean, this is, I don't want to get the COVID, but I don't know what the vaccine going to do to me. So I'm between a rock and a hard stone.
You know, yeah, it's sad what you just said, but I guess some people are like frustrated because I did a post one day, we're all one, vaxxed and unvaxxed, but there's a lot of people that they can't find a logic in taking the vaccination, and there's a lot of people that can't find a logic in not taking the vaccination, and those that are in certain positions in society, like business owners who have seen their business crippled, even like you mentioned, the chairman of Carnival, her position, her job is being affected by the quote unquote the people are not vaccinated. I think it's a certain level of frustration, and we just need to learn how to deal with it better. We can't allow our frustration to
Yeah,
run
but
over like that.
truthfully, right, Ira,
Yeah,
there are people who don't take vaccination, who don't like needle. For example, me,
yeah,
I scared of needle,
yeah.
so I don't care why I come. Hell or high water, me not take the injection.
And I never used to
Yeah,
take
but
Tylenol, so I don't understand.
yeah, but Ira, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, let us look from, because some people don't like to go back. Let's be real, King.
Mm-hmm.
You two guys, you're talking to me on this program, right? And you realize the level of the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe you guys could have made me take the vaccine, right? But when you have people from the beginning, you don't start to look down on me. You start to bully me. We ain't gonna get nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
We're on our way.
Okay,
At some point,
Curtis,
you're rebellious. Go ahead.
hold on, stick up in right there, Curtis. Now you talk about bully. We're gonna still be in the vaccine realm, but we're gonna talk about the bully. Because recently I saw you on social media speaking about Patch's label because he had a guest on his show that said anyone who is not vaccinated should be put in camps. Now,
In a boot
when I
camp.
see camp, I only think of boot camp and concentration camp, but not good come out to the two of them. And this has been something that you have championed. Let's talk about that too, because that's all in the vaccine non-vaccine scenario.
Okay. Here we go again. We have the ambassador to the United Nations for Sinkits,
Wow.
living in the United States of America. A call into his show. His show is on Monday and Thursday. The show is live on ZIZ, National Radio, National TV, sorry, National Radio or Facebook, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
where I go to school is paying me taxes for. The call into the program. He say we is donkey, the unvaxxed people, we monkey, and all the people who do not take the vaccine, put them in a boot camp.
Okay, the caller
No
said that.
king. Right, but hear me? Hear the
Okay.
point. You are the host. You are the host. So what your first thing should do, even the call slip through, I humbly apologize for that caller. I don't think that this is a part of whatever. No, he went on and on to support the caller.
Yeah, no, he supported the caller in that statement. No. Rudolph, no,
With that behavior.
the vaccine is not FDA approved. AstraZeneca is not FDA approved for emergency use. It's not FDA approved for emergency use. Whereas, like, the Moderna and the Pfizer, they are approved for the emergency use, but none of the vaccines are actually FDA approved. There's a
So
difference in
I'm
being
saying,
approved for emergency use versus actually being approved. And that is why there is no repercussion against the vaccine companies if you are affected by the vaccine because they're not really approved by the FDA, at least here in the United States. It doesn't matter.
right? So
One second. I have my alarm going off right now. I need to mute my mic. But go ahead, Curtis.
okay. No, so I was saying, when you listen to that, I mean, do you think that this kind of behavior should be happening in these kind of chatter should be coming out from our ambassador to the United Nations? Do you think that that is acceptable?
No.
Apparently, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can. Reese's mic is
Okay.
muted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Apparently last week, I think it was Thursday or somewhere too. Somebody passed away, and I haven't heard the clip, but he went on again, take it toll on the people on freedom and Dr. Martin and them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these kind of behaviors we say we need to stamp out. Let us from the beginning come together, unite ourselves, decide how we're going to go forward instead of the bully style. The bully style is not working. People has genuinely concern. Some people are scared and some people are not. And I always saying to the people in authority, well, I guess it's done too far gone because you see what happened at the moment. Because people don't make up their mind in taking the vaccine. But in a nutshell, I'm saying when you listen to all what's happening, I could remember Patches was at a meeting. There was this last year, they had a press conference. When I tell you top high dignitaries was at the press conference last year. Not anyone like what they have. This one was more like all kind of Chinese people, top dignitaries at the thing. Patches was chairing the meeting. He was the chairperson at the table, chairing it. You know, Patches get up there and say, we have the Douglas virus in St. Kitts. The Douglas corona. This is at the top level press conference with all kind of dignitaries. Now tell me, guys, are these things acceptable?
I think if these if what you're saying is true, it is a part of the reason why you're gonna have an issue rolling
One
out the
second, buddy.
vaccine.
1 second.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hear me. When I speak to you,
Yeah.
100% 1,000 true. Because when I
Okay.
finish, I can send you the video.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think
So
it's
there's
a
no
part of
question about
the
what I.
it's a
If
part of
why
the
it ain't true, I would never say it here tonight.
it's a part of the reason why you would have resistance in terms of the vaccination. Because if you're gonna start to politicize the whole program or your whole drive, then yeah, you're gonna have that sort of resistance coming from the opposition and the opposition supporters. I think it should be a more inclusive type rollout. I think the opposition should have been invited to sit at the table with the government. They should have said, hey, this is the problem that we're facing. What are some of the issues that you've heard from your supporters, why they're concerned in taking out the vaccine? The way how they're doing it now, the way how you're
No,
saying
no, no,
it.
no, no, error,
What?
error,
Go
no.
ahead.
You skip a part because you're going to the vaccine from the beginning of the outbreak. It should have been 100% collaboration. Not wait until the vaccine comes out and now you have resistance. No,
Correct.
this is something that affects everyone, young, old, red, orange, yellow, blue, green, whatever it is. Everybody should have been at the table, and not just
Correct.
politicians, but also all stakeholders within the country. The general manager, Maria, the general manager, Four Seasons, blah. These businesses, and have everybody there, and also have small businesses being a part of it as well,
I
and
stand
I'll
duly
go
on.
from there.
Yeah, I stand corrected. You're right. But I'm just looking at from where we're at now. A standpoint from where we're at now. because I mean, Dr. Drew was on here, and one of the things that people want, they want options, right? They want options, right? People want options. People want options in they don't only want to take AstraZeneca. People have concerns when it comes to the blood clot. There's people with blood diseases. People want to be able to take some other vaccine. So I mean, I was just talking about the point now, but Reese, you're totally correct. You're totally correct. And Curtis, to answer your question in short, no, them things don't make sense. It don't make any sense. It does
You
not.
know, another say, but as the guy made the point the other while ago too, 100%. Everybody should have been on board. But we start out with from the beginning, hey, we don't want them there. Them they done this. No, we got, and that's what we saying all the time. COVID has no friend, it has no boundary. Anyway, we could make an input, anyway, we could give an idea. It's like if I bring an idea, and nobody want to hear the idea, shut down me, well for me, because they feel, for me, it's politics. We're going to yellow shot tonight. You know what I'm saying, King? There's a time and place for everything, and I keep trying to tell our people this for years. There's time when we're going to see politics and time we're going to see people. 90% of the time I see people. As much as I was thinking it's a Nevis people fighting, you guys from Nevis, I was taking care of the Nevis string band when they was in England. You ask Delhi Ranks, the guy who come the Calypso King in Nevis. All them, they always live together in Nevis. Take black man to look at cricket. First time he go watch a test match, I know he's a cricket man. I organize tickets for him to go watch the cricket and a couple of the fellas them. At the end of the day, it's about people. The sink is Nevis, this and sink is that. But let me point that when we play sports, we supposed to see ourselves as a people. Sinkets, Nevis, Basti, where we come from. And this is the biggest problem. We keep letting the politician leading us down the channel where we keep fighting against each other. But guess what? From last year to now, every single one of the politicians get a pay. From last year to now, every single one of the politicians collect the money, including everybody who around them.
Okay, hold
And people
on.
who are locked down for weekend.
Hold on, Curtis. Now you talk about pay. You trigger a question that I had. If you're forcing the quarantine or forcing the isolation based on contact tracing, do you collect your pay? Are you going 2 weeks without pay?
I think, if may mistaken, I think they said that the the government organized something for people to get paid. I'm not sure. But you also have people who can be in quarantine who have not get any money from the money from last year. Or who ain't work from last year. So I would like the example, the, one of the family who they have not worked since last year. So she wouldn't have any money because of the system. So there's a lot of I was trying to say, everything kind of messed up. Everything messed up. There's a lot of issues, a lot of niggles here, niggles there, where we need to really, really, really iron out. And as the guy said a while ago, people is also frustrated. The business is frustrated. The employees are frustrated. But then the question is who you go to? Government? They're twisting you and turning you. As the guy said, you're looking for direct answers at these guys at the NIAC briefing. This afternoon they came out with a briefing. You know what it was all about? Attacking Dr. Joe. The briefing today was the attack on Dr. Joe. We're still attacking it. So I'm saying, how are we going forward as a people? When it's going to end? When we're going to see the bigger picture? Nobody telling the world that a family of 7 had COVID and is COVID free without any one of them had the vaccine. Not one of them had the vaccine. You guys know that?
Well, I mean,
Lying on the chart.
it, after you've contracted COVID, there's no sense in getting the vaccine. Actually, I think it's recommended you do not get the vaccine, and
No, no,
it's
no.
it.
But what I'm saying,
Yeah.
They went through the COVID
Yeah.
without taking the vaccine. They're COVID free now. But what I'm saying to you, because they keep saying to us,
Yeah. Yeah.
take the vaccine so you don't get sick,
Mm-hmm.
you don't die. So they're saying if you don't take the vaccine, you're gonna die. Remember, Dr. Wilkinson said that the COVID is gonna get you. That's
Yeah.
what he said to us, the anti-vax people. So what I'm saying, my point is that you had a family of 7 with a 1-year-old baby, and not absolutely any one of them had the vaccine,
Heart
but they're
disease.
all COVID free.
Yeah. 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 Okay, I understand. Yeah, I don't like that picture. I don't like the picture that COVID is a death sentence, but it's a picture that's being painted. I think that people need to realize, especially even here in America, heart disease is still the number one killer. You know what I mean? I looked up the statistics just this weekend, and heart disease is still the number one killer. Cancer is second, and COVID is like third. But is I think about 2 to 3% of the people that have contracted COVID is going to perish, and it could be you could be the 2 to 1, 2 to 3. Sorry, but yeah,
And we're singing the same thing. I could be the bad lucky one who take the vaccine and perish.
in fact,
Very true.
in fact, but I don't know
Huh?
that the data surrounding that is being revealed. If there is any such data, I don't know that is being revealed. That data, you know what I mean? The
You
data.
saw the video with Fauci and them at a guy like a host like you guys, when the people asked the man asked them, how much of your people take the vaccine? The man couldn't say half his hand. 90% of the workers. He paused. The fellow hosting the thing gets a vex. So what's this? You're supposed to have the information one time off your hand. These are Fauci and the big boys, them, who pushing the vaccine. I mean, there's so much questions to ask.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm as I say, we asking genuine questions. And instead is the disrespect, the pushback, your anti-vax, I labor people. I mean, we need to get out of this thing, man. We need to get out of this. We need to just, everybody need to come together. And that's all we asking for.
So Curtis, you're not vaccinated, right?
No.
Okay, and why is it that you're not vaccinated? Give us your reason for why you're not vaccinated.
Big man, I'm going to be honest with you. Based on listening to a lot of what is going on, I like to look out to see what's happening. First thing, in generally, I don't rush into a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my mentality. You see me go somewhere that got food, I wait behind. And I didn't like, as I said to you from the beginning, I didn't like the way they force it on me.
Okay.
I don't believe in bullying. I don't believe in bullying people. Let me take my time. Let me sit down. And then you start to disrespect me by telling me, take the vaccine for my child. That make me angry. Very angry. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain why I get angry. I've been working on the airport for 15 years. Never get in trouble. Never do nothing. And one morning, the government decided you either revoke with immediate effect. You're high risk. I work for a company who handles all these planes. But because I'm outspoken, one morning, my ID to go to work on the airport was revoked with immediate effect. That in itself, it means that I couldn't travel how I like to travel. My son couldn't travel how you like to travel. I had to find full money. I'll say it in a nutshell. When you analyze that, you take my ID, say go off the airport. I got 3 children to look after. How now you're going to come and watch me and tell
Look like we lost him. Curtis freeze.
He'll be back.
you guys understand what I'm saying?
You got caught.
No, you get cut off a little bit. You were saying that
How
They took your
long
ID
until
and stuff
No,
like that.
right. What I'm saying, I work on the April 15. They take away my ID, right? So you didn't care if I work or not. I mean, if I work, I'll get fired. So how am I
Uh-huh.
going to look after my children when you take me ID with immediate effect? There's no issue on my file to say I do nothing. You take me ID. Years later now, you're telling me I must take a vaccine if I love my children. When you try to put me on a job, then you didn't remember my children. So you shouldn't use that part to tell me I must take the vaccine if I love my children. When you went after me fully and you know I have children. That one is one of the biggest reasons when I sit down and analyzing how these people roll it on us. Secondly, between me and you personally, I don't trust Dr. Martin. I'm gonna be honest. I don't trust the CMO. The man at the top, Timothy Harris, this man look like you got to do what he said or else. That's exactly what happened to the ID. Link it together. These people who are doing this, the CMO, Martin and them, if they're genuine, and Abdul Samuel should be on their own. Decision making must come from them. And every time they got to make decision, Timothy got to be there. I see it too much in Sinkit. You're putting people in place to do what you want them to do. That shouldn't be happening, my brother. We want people who can be genuine. Stand up. Stand up.
Curtis,
And when you, yeah,
a comment just came in. Shamika says, it didn't start out with bullying, Curtis. It started out with a plan. It was to be done in stages, and after a week, the plan got thrown away. Ministers, health officials, frontline workers, civil servants, etc. If that plan was in place, there would be no need for the bullying. Anything to that?
when they said they started with a plan, the plan is saying what? Explain. I don't. She said a plan. The plan
Well,
just say, okay,
I think initially there was a plan rollout. There was a way that they were going to roll it out, and the vaccines were going to be disseminated. I think what occurred is that they kind of probably felt with their planning that people would agree with the vaccine, and then when they noticed that they hit a certain number and the numbers kind of stalled, then they went away
Plateau.
from the plan and said, they say, hey, forget this plan, take it. You can't work.
yeah, but you see that's what we said. But hear me. But the plan could have worked if you was dealing with the people down the line where you're supposed to deal with the people. That's what we say. From last year, from the COVID begin. Listen to the chatter. The chatter again, as we are saying, you got to act as we were supposed to be. The leader supposed to act as a leader, and everything chicken down with everybody else. Listen to the chatter. We can't run from the fact. These are the facts. This is not what I'm making up. Look at what happened last year. We're on lockdown. We're on curfew. But yet things happening over Marriott. I mean, people,
So
you can't.
here's a question.
Good night, Tanya.
Here's a question, right?
Mhm.
Do you think that the mistake was in the rollout, that the information, the community wasn't educated properly, and that is where the resistance came from the community?
That is one, and we should have used more in people in the rollout. Use people who you know. You got okay example. You got Ike, you got Pinocchio, you got Sugar Bowl, you got Sensio. Right? Same thing people say about the doctor guy. So instead of every time the prime minister talking, he sound like you're angry with somebody. The political colors. You understand what I'm saying now? Use people who gonna be able to since you could pull 20 people to go take the vaccine. Let me try to get Sensio. Let me stay in the back. Push people. EK that influence on people, we're gonna use EK. But when you start wrong from the beginning, remember people sensitive. I tell you from the beginning, people are sensitive. You can't run from people in the politics. People are very sensitive in thinkers. Let's not run from the facts. Simple as people, You don't know the history, but St. Paul's deep because of what happened long time. You can't push for that. You had Bratcher with the confusion and this and that. They're in their mind, them man ain't gonna forget that. So how you
Okay,
deal with
so
the St. Paul's people? You can't push for Douglas. Let Douglas be the lead in charge of taking your St. Paul's then to get the people to vax. You can't
okay,
run from
so
that. Douglas got
I'll tell you what I see the problem is, and this is where the issue really came in. One, it come out last year, which happened to be an election year. So
okay.
COVID was politicized. It was used as a political tool to win or lose the election or whatever it is. And then the second thing is, as a people, we are too divided along political lines, and that is one of
Okay.
the biggest. That's one of the biggest issues that we have. So as a people, we need to come together and realize that everything does not have to be political.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. From last year, we were supposed to be going on the line where everybody singing the same song. And you're right. And that's what we say the same thing. From last year, everybody see how he was. That's what I'm saying. Even though the election, we could have still deal with it during the election, as you I think I said earlier. Let us have John and Paul sit around the table. And you say you're making him stronger by bringing on the businesses. So bring on the man from Marriott. So that way you don't make it full political. Bring on the man in the small business, the shop in Nevis. Bring on the partner who got, you understand? And everybody we're going to discuss how we're going to go about doing the rollout. And you will hear so much of ideas. So much a different plan. Because as you just said, the rollout could have come easy. Even the people still might have their doubt. But by the time you finish with people, some people would not hesitate to go. But he can take it, boy. So guess what? But me EK, me believe in EK. But since you take it, boy, even to you. But them two fellas they take it, boy. You listen to them every Monday. You know, young people they ain't gonna hesitate. But what I'm saying, when the people at the top take control and you're trying to push certain people aside, but where am I hearing from me? Look, you guys is an example. You guys are saying that you're trying to get the people for the task force. Even one of them come on your program. They can't show up. Why? Why they're not on you guys' program? To help the message. Because they feel they might ask them questions, but they don't want to answer. So how is that going to help us out here? You must ask hard questions. You must get hard answers. That's the whole idea about when you put yourself up front. You're going to ask hard, genuine questions. All you got to say, give genuine answers. But you can't tell me that you're going to bully me, take the vaccine or else. When you're going to steal some people in their job, take the vaccine or else. Or otherwise, you got to go do a PCR test and you got to pay for it. It's not the way we deal with people. And then when you don't do that, you're calling us anti-vax. You're against the vaccine.
Yeah.
So you start now to discriminate. If I am vaccine, the doctor last week said there something about people who ain't vaccine or something. No. So if you ain't vaccine, don't come by me because I'm ain't vaccine. You ain't vaccine, you're anti-vax. But we're forgetting that you got labor people, unity people, and all kind of other people who ain't take the same vaccine. So the vaccine is not about politics. Because there are people scared in unity, people scared in labor, people scared in spam. So if you really analyze what's happening, like some people genuinely have an issue. I listened to a lady pleading she story the other day. And the lady is right. And I'm saying, I not comfortable forcing the vaccine going in me. I see people ask questions in the meeting, and the question wasn't genuine. Some people don't even have the proper answers. But what's going to happen down the road? I'm going to have eye problem. I'm going to have kidney problem. I don't know. And when I ask genuine question about, well, if I take the vaccine and something happened to me, the answer is, well, we're responsible for you. Look at your children, but you can tell me what happened if I just drop. Oh, well, if you fall dead, what happened? That's the best answer you could tell me? These are the best things you could tell a poor because a poor man? Or you're going to try to make me feel comfortable to take the vaccine? There must be something. I can't just go take a vaccine and then when it happen to me and tell me that nothing for me children them. Who responsible? It's only me and my children. So you must be able to make me feel, the whole idea here is that making people feel comfortable. People say what they want, who want to take it, great for them. But you think everybody got the luxury when they're taking it from happen to them. Can you got to look at that side of it? And don't tell me it can't happen. I deliver some chair the other day, no food come. We open a box with some table, no schools come. So I could be the one get the bad batch. I mean, you understand what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah.
A brand new box of table with the table, no schools come.
Look at that.
But this, eh?
So look at that.
These are the reality. Exactly. So you push a vaccine and you say, well, by my mothers, when you look, you realize, by Crooke, that's the wrong one. I fall up. I'm not saying everything you do is you take a chance in life. Are you taking tablets, may know what it be, but over the previous years, people have been taking them. So give me some time to analyze myself. You know what, I was on the brink. I gotta be honest with you. I taking the vaccine the other day. You know when? The fellow Dr. Sebastian was talking to us the other day. Right? I was on the brink. And after I saw some people went on, some person went on when I was there, I wouldn't say. It just changed my mind again. Changed my mind.
Wait, you wouldn't say how, you don't have to say who they are, but at least, what do you mean, how they went on? I mean, how they went on? I mean,
the reaction. Hush your mouth, don't talk.
Okay.
The reaction of people.
You ain't coming talking to me. You ain't coming talking to me. To be the kind of reaction. I walk out to that meeting so fast.
That's what I'm saying, though. Hush your mouth. Not me, because I can't tell me I'm shipping this. But I'm just saying, that in itself is like, yeah, okay. I got the vibe. So who are taking the vaccine for really?
Yeah.
Are taking the vaccine really for me? Because remember the debate right now too, Take the vaccine so the country could open up. Take the vaccine so we could go back to herd immunity. So when the country open up, again 20% increase? Again 10% increase in my money?
As inflation hit? Yep. In St. Kitts and Nevis?
Yeah, man, inflation on hit.
In St. Kitts and Nevis?
People buying for more people buying more prices already. Prices in the grocery stores also. Yeah.
I know you hit.
Yeah, but people can ball for price because people don't want to listen. We put ourselves where we be today. I keep saying that if you don't prepare yourself and you're spending money like you're crazy, what's going to happen? But nobody wants to listen. Because if I said something, my body's on your throat. Because of who you be bringing the message, but 90% of the time, my message is to help. Whatever you can, I can help. That's how I see life, Whatever you can, I can help. As you said today, the amount of...
Sorry about that. Somebody did agree with you saying that they should have used entertainers and band members to help promote the vaccine, like how other international countries and are using their artists. So somebody did agree with you. The other thing here, somebody just post somebody named Bomba Butler. I know someone who took the vaccine first dose and ended up with a blood clot right here in St. Kitts, and now they're sorry they took the vaccine.
Well, there's a clip with Patches talking to a guy, must be yesterday. And the fella saying, just like what I'm saying to you, the fella say he done fully vax. And he telling him, boy, me like a while going about this thing. The excuse was Patches telling him about, he said, but this thing ain't internationally proved. Patches tell him, stop use words. The fella say, me stop use words. That's like telling me, you could go down 4th Street, it's a one way. You never get the joke. You go down 4th Street because it's a one way for now. But go down 4th Street because you could drive down for now. Drive up Church Street because just for now. So the fellow trying to make the point. But what you mean telling me? It is not officially approved. It's something I am trying. I'm saying we gotta be careful. We're dealing with people. It's ain't everybody fully. The way these man acting is like, well, they're dealing with animal. They come animal to the...
He's frozen again.
Look confused over here, right?
He come back.
But Ira,
But them
stop
have
use words, boy. Stop use words.
some of the things I hear
But that's what
and
he's telling the man.
I don't know.
The man, imagine the man telling the man, it is not, the man telling the boy, it is not international fishing. Why would the word? It's a bastard use words. But I say, you're telling me what? But look, we need to drive down 4th Street because it's not time to drive down 4th Street.
Uh-huh.
But you could drive down 4th Street because, you could drive up Church Street because, but you mustn't say, I mean, these guys got to be Papi Shaw.
Nah, that's make me laugh.
And I know, listen to America, them kind of should be saying and talk about in America. I mean, let us be real with our people. We gotta be real, guys. And this is the problem that's happening to us in Sinkers right now. You're speaking, I mean, you speak, people taking it for a joke. And who you think behaving in this way? The people at the top. The people at the top. You don't dare ask questions. You're being shut down, you're being shut out. You know.
Yeah, but
So these are
that
some of
they're
the, I mean, the major issues what's going on in the country.
that they're off. No,
You know, these are the
Curtis, let me go for a little lighter moment now. Let me go for a little lighter moment. Some of the most comedic things that I've seen for the year. Now, there's a video of Ninky Williams, I think his name is. And Ninky said in the video, Ninky said, I took the vaccine, not because I believe in the vaccine, but because it's the way forward. Now, there are things in life that I don't hear, and when I hear them, I just say,
That's
well,
what the man said.
maybe me don't hear correctly, me don't go back and watch, and me watch was 17 times, you know? And then I say, well, no matter what happen for the rest of the year, nobody can be worse than this man. And this is someone who was supposed to
Reese and
this
Ira,
is someone who was supposed to run
real talk.
Yes.
who was running in for a political seat.
election.
When you hear individuals
The
making
fa-
statements like this, what would be your thoughts?
Why? I can be honest with you. My partner, let me get the long answer. I don't know if you were thinking, because he very educated. Educated. The man got a degree in engineering, eh? And the man said that easy to come by. But you see, that's the point I'm making again. When you have a leader and you have to do what the leader say, you're under pressure. That's the only thing I could think about that. He was told to say it, and he woke up back and said what they tell me.
Oh wow.
That's the only option I could say. Like I tell somebody the other day, Douglas can't tell me when I go up on the mountain. Douglas could tell me that 30 years ago, I don't want to go up on the mountain. But I tell you now, what should them telling me? Not one of them tell me the shippiness. Because every time what I do, my children is involved. My children's future at stake. So nobody gonna papish on me. Nobody gonna papish on me. You could never hear me talking the shippiness. I'm very passionate about what I'm dealing with. And I always tell people, think before you talk.
No, he don't think.
Think?
No.
Well, he
No,
could be.
he might got an engineering degree and he might be a book smart person, but Lord of mercy.
Think
When
before
I
you
hear that
talk.
boy, Lord,
I think the message came out wrong.
man, listen, me
Oh,
belly
how it
bust,
be
me head
wrong?
hot me, but I'm confused.
Message came out
Think
wrong.
before you talk. Big man, I tell people, yeah, if I say something, it means I want to say it. And before I make you feel bad, I don't say it. Because I try hard to try not to hurt somebody's feeling. But before I want to say it out, you know, well, it didn't want to come out. I'm going to wait till the drunk to say it. And if I know it's something that make you feel bad, and I know I don't want you to feel bad, I wouldn't say it. 'Cause I never believe in telling you apologize. Because so that before I got to go to that, I hold my car now. Leave it as it is.
I agree.
Think
I agree.
before you talk. That's all I'm saying. You
I
know
agree.
you're smarter than that.
Hercules.
People got phone, people got this, people got that. They say anytime when you publish yourself and it just goes just like that. Think before you talk. And if you're trying to push something Look who they use again. You ain't use Douglas. Again, you ain't use Douglas. Look at the problem. You ain't politics, man. You say we ain't dealing with politics. But you use him from St. Paul's. But we want him from Douglas from St. Paul's. Who will quicker get people to take the vaccine? Let's be real. But in politics, you say it all the time. In politics, eh? But you ain't using Douglas, but you use him. You ain't gonna use Joe, but you're gonna use Hamilton. We put Joe and Hamilton to stand up together then. Put he and Douglas to stand up together then.
So that would have been the smart thing to have every constituency represented by both individuals. Like you said, Joan Hamilton,
Hamilton together. Douglas and
um,
he.
like, Honorable Akila Baron Nisbet and Congress, combine
And
them.
Conway.
So let it show that it
Okay.
comes from both sides. It doesn't only show one side. And
Okay.
but that in itself, that in itself, but when I see that, the man said, I don't believe in the vaccine, but I'm taking it because it is the way forward, and it's forward, never back,
That's
forward,
not
ever backward,
that is
never.
not what the man say. That is terrible
But listen, I laughed to my belly
paraphrasing.
bust by.
That is not what he
I,
said. He
I
said the
laughed to my
world
belly
is
bust
pushing
by.
it as the way forward. He did not say it is the way forward.
I where you
As
go so you want, right? That, whatever it is,
I'm saying if it was probably the way forward, then maybe you could have a better
Bye.
understanding of why.
Bye. Listen, I laughed to my belly bust.
But
I
yeah,
laughed to my belly bust by.
but yeah.
But really, as I say, we as a nation, I don't know how we're gonna get this a turnaround. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if are we still realizing that this is a massive learning curve for the country. On a serious note, I don't think we realize that our children, again, future depends on us. Everybody's just doing as they like right now, As
Well,
far as I see, everybody's
truth,
just doing as they like.
truthfully, right? How I'm looking at the COVID situation is the same way how I look at Hurricane Hugo.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Where when Hurricane Hugo would have came around, there was no game plan for Hurricane Hugo. A lot of people might hear about hurricane but never experienced a hurricane before. So even though you may hear of something, you never experience it, but now you experience it. When 95 come around, we had Maryland and things like that, people are better prepared for hurricane. And now I'm hoping that they learn from this. And going forward, when they hear of a pandemic, they hear of whatever it is, that they are better prepared. Because now we would have been through one. So we'll be able to at least have some form of preparation, in the back pocket at least waiting. Hopefully that is where we're at.
Yeah, but in said and done though, what I'm saying, in fairness to us, we should never get caught with our pants down. I understand what you just said. Remember, we was the last nation to to get hit with the COVID. Okay? So we had last year up until this year. But some people only doing what they feel is best for them.
Hmm.
The question to ask is these people have the country at heart? That's the question. Let's be real.
Well,
That's
I
a
I
genuine
I,
question.
I wouldn't I wouldn't say that. Let me tell you why I wouldn't say that. Because even though um even though we met them in the last week to be affected, right? We all know that everybody gets affected differently. Um, the first 45 cases, which they had 45 cases in over a 15-month period, that roughly one or two about 3 a month. So they were there to handle that part of it. But once you have this outbreak now, this is where the problem come in. But I can't really
Yeah,
say
but we're
that
not
they
past.
should have had a plan because of stuff.
Hold on. Let's look at the 45 cases. Out of the 45 cases, only two people was on the outside. Two people. Out the 45 cases, only two people came out. That's the first one and two. All the others from the 45 was in lockdown. If you're following what's going on. Think what I'm saying again. Out the 45, we had the first case last year. Was a woman and she's son. They take them to the
Okay.
cleaners. They get their check, they get everything we have to think about. And on top of that, the fellow was playing basketball. The youngster was doing everything. Thank God we didn't have we never had no community spread. If you're following what is going on. Right? 1 and 2 end up recover. All the other cases was in-house. They came in, we catch them from on the inside. They didn't come out to the community. Wrong, all right? I don't know if you're following that.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're going to look at it, that's what I'm saying. We had enough time to analyze in case, because then you would have been looking at the model of Antigua, the model of St. Lucia, the model of St. Vincent, the model of United States of America, the model of England, the model of Italy. You with what I'm saying? So there is no reason for us to get where we are today. We can't run from that. This is the hard problem I'm having. These guys are the educated, they're the organizers. They went all the kinds, they got the degree. Just to come sitting down here and analyzing from since last year and talking. We had the first two, and thank God you lock us down for a long period of time. For the first two. Even though we didn't have no community spread. Remember how long we locked down, you know? No community spread. Absolutely none. I follow. Remember on the ground. Okay. When we did let us loose, you open the country. When the country open, they start coming in. And each time they come in, you was holding them from within. I had them a lockdown. Remember the 14-day quarantine? So most of the people we pick up is who was quarantining. Wrong, all right?
Yeah.
Except again where we dropped the ball, some people in Nevis who was in quarantine went on the beach by sunshine. Thank God that was negative. You had somebody in Sinkets coming town, I leave the hotel and come in town and went airport or something. When they lock up the man, charge him. Again, thank God. A man came on a boat from Antigua. I can't blame the task force too much on that one. Anybody could sleep in the country like that.
That's a fact.
But thank God. Right. So, me and him debate, me and him hit them on that. As I tell somebody, the person had to know what's going on. To come down Line Keel. And down there's a mystic place. But forget about that. What I'm saying, he came in the community, in this village, we didn't have a village spread. And he was negative, right? Okay. In spite of all of that, go back again to last year. Because we've been warned last year by a guy named DJ Murray Shaw. That people coming in and we're not testing them properly. They built the thing on the airport, the $2 million structure. They was not using it. Marisha said to us, the first set of people who come to the country was a guy named DJ Marisha. He keeps saying to us, guys, the task force is lying to you guys. They build this thing on the airport and it's not being used to test people. Task force come and say the man lying. And all kind of thing. First, the man didn't into no politics. I clearly make it clear he voted for Timothy and Timothy's friend. But as far as he see, we are going wrong. He began us the whole idea since last year. Should I accuse him to lie? The fellow said, all right, no problem. He get one friend because he came down in December. He get one friend come down in December and went through the same procedure and did a Facebook live again with his friend saying the same thing. The fellow been warning us from last year up until now. He do not like what is going on in St. Kitts. Up to when he was in quarantine, he's one of the only person staying in the room throughout the whole quarantine. He keeps saying, oh, people could be in quarantine and at the pool, everybody hanging out together. He said he think that was wrong. So he used to stay in the room, play domino by himself. And over, he been warning us. Sinkit is dropping the ball. Nobody was listening. He went back. He came back again. He was in Nevis. Must say Wally Beach. He said the same thing again. You could just walk out the beach in the night, go where he want, because how the quarantine is. Ups come this man. So guys, let's be real. You say in the rocket science, all you need is common sense. If I left St. Kitts to go to England, but I go to Jamaica, just an example, I go to Jamaica for 2 days. From Jamaica straight to England. When I reach England, what the immigration going to do to me?
They're supposed to pull your file and see where you've been traveling to. See where you're coming from,
And if
the
you realize I
last
went,
port of entry.
right, and if you realize I left from St. Kitts to Jamaica for 2 days, and then England, what your first thinking be? I went to pick up drugs.
Mm.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Okay, so if the man coming from Argentina, and these doctors and the CMO and all them following the science, well, what are supposed to tell them? Argentina hotspot. We got to do what we can to keep behind this man.
But
Did they do that?
hold on, hold on, because there's no flight that originates in Argentina that comes to St. Kitts, and because of that, there's a chance that they would not have known that he was coming from Argentina. He could have been living in Miami. Now the other thing, do we have the technology? But hold on, do you have the technology to track someone's flight history? That's the other question.
Hear me again. Hear me again. Hear me again, King. The man passport must show from to start with. I hear you. I could live in St. Kitts. If I leave St. Kitts and go Antigua, if I want to come outside Antigua, my passport will stamp. If I leave St. Kitts and go back to somewhere else, my passport will stamp. If you're in transit, your passport don't stamp.
Boy,
You with me?
Okay, Curtis,
You
hold
with
on.
what Yeah.
Hold on, Curtis. I'm gonna tell you why. Because let's use for example me, right? I got 2 passports. I got an American passport
Yeah.
and I got a single passport. So I might go someplace and the mama say, "Bye, we ain't want nobody from America come in." You know, I pull in. I try to say get this passport out there. I ain't even saying this passport in some time, but so I'm not know the stamp ain't gonna be there. Right? So that is where the issue coming, because now licensed individuals from Argentina, but you're using a different passport as well. That's where the issues come in.
Hear me again. Your analysis makes sense, but hear me though. If you're coming from Argentina to St. Kitts, let's say then when you reach St. Kitts, as you say, he pull a American passport, right? What's he coming to the government? That's one of the key things they say. This was not ordinary passenger, right? That in itself is a problem. And if you come into the government should be more restricted with what he's dealing with. The government should have all the information with what he's dealing with. Now you're saying that you're a regular passenger. So you're looking at a regular passenger and a passenger coming to the government an official. So it means that his information gonna be more clearer than a regular passenger. Am I right?
Okay, yeah, that should be that. I didn't know that he was coming to the government. I thought he was there leisure. I didn't know that there was a government connection. I did not know that.
That is what I keep saying. So then it means then now his protocol, and secondly, based on what's going on in the world, people coming to your country, you must be more careful now. You must be more stringent. You must be more forceful. Yo, where you come from? Maybe you might hear him can't even talk English properly. If he's from Argentina, my man saying he might not be able to talk English properly. But I'm saying when people come in, you don't have to change the way how you do things. Say what you were doing. British Airways come in, people come off, come to normal, go about their business. You understand what I'm saying? You know, dealing with a COVID, a corona, whatever you want to call it. So you mean that your passengers must be scrutinized more than before. And if that ain't happening, then somebody to be fired. A man just can't just come off a plane and say, well, First you can ask where you come from. Argentina, England, where you come from. Because you need to know if the person coming from a hotspot, what Barbados said going on with tickets. If we go Barbados now, we pull over, we treat different. A year ago we go Barbados now. Anybody study with us? But we know from Singles end up in the Barbados. What happened? If we know from Singles end up in Angola, what happened? So you want to tell me that we ain't watching them paying attention? So point, I don't know how the person get to him. That's not my issue. If the person has the same when they do whatever she do, she's a big woman. The point I'm saying, whoever this person was, should have been under proper scrutiny than everybody else. And if the person from Argentina, it means that we should have been on the top of the game. Because I must tell you about Argentina, Brazil. So don't blame the people. You should have got that on the lockdown. And I've been saying to you since last year, we've been warned. Guys, Sinkits keep dropping the ball. They said it all the time. They had this thing they call is bubble for special tourists. Where you have a special bubble for them. How you get a special bubble? You was in a bubble with Antigua and the rest of them. You so quick we had to pull out. Remember that bubble?
Yeah.
Remember that bubble with Antigua and all?
Yeah.
And what happened? We had to pull out the bubble, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying the same thing. How can you telling people, because what happened, they was tingling out and doing as they like. You can't do for some and don't do for some.
Got you.
And it's unfortunate that we dropped the ball. And then after dropping the ball, you can end up in the country. When you think this is bad, you just start one light moment. Let me give you another light moment. Me and the fire following what's going on. And I'm going to put it this way. We had a school in Bastille, the Bastille High School, where they closed down. It's contaminated. Nobody could prove to me. You had the same lady trial going to Sandy Point School. Remember that issue they say that some training in Sandy Point School had the COVID?
Yeah.
Well, the CMO called out all the parents in the same Sandy Point School to talk to them. So tell me that sound like, if that's how they sound like the fellow was say with the vaccine. How are you gonna have all the parents? I can't hear you, partner. You might can't.
No, we ain't.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Say what? My bad. Yeah, I agree with you that the parents, if somebody is contaminated from over there, you shouldn't call the parents together.
No.
You should
But
have them section off.
the parents went in the same school to have a meeting with the CMO.
Interesting.
So you all understand what's going on in this place? But we
Yeah,
had a school in
Baltimore.
Bastille. You had a school in Bastille where you closed down, say contaminated. No, you can't prove to me. But you call all the parents in Sandy Point in the primary school to have a discussion with them concerning the COVID. This ain't a makeup, eh? 'Cause I got the video.
Yeah,
I got the video.
I saw the video. There was
Okay,
some things in the
okay.
video that were very disheartening though.
Yeah.
I was
Okay, thank
disappointed
you.
in this
Thank,
video.
Like worries.
thank you very much.
Like what?
One of the things one of the things that disappointed me is I think someone asked, well, what are we supposed to do with these children?
Yeah.
And the response was treat it like it's Easter vacation or treat it like it's Christmas vacation. And in my head I'm saying, well, I could plan for Christmas, and I mean, I can't plan for something today for tomorrow in a situation like that. You know what I mean? No, Christmas, I know Christmas school starts September, I know December school out. You know what I mean? I could put things in plan. I got 3 months to play with. And tell me I got less than 24 hours to play with. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a disheartening moment. I was disappointed to hear someone in her position make statements like that. I think provision should have been made for these parents because, you know what I mean, as a parent myself, I know I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying these are the things I'm talking about. I was talking to a lady this morning. Same thing she's saying. She have her son, and you just drop the school clothes. Now, if she is late, she gotta pay the extra money. But nobody's sitting and trying to analyze. Big man, I've been through this before. I know this got watch. My son's 16. My son lived with me since he's 3 years. When I get in the 5 o'clock in the morning, there's getting ready, partner come and take care of him. You know what I'm saying though? So I could understand how we feel with some people who don't have the luxury where as a single parent in this situation, and as you make the point, the parents got to go, some people say, when I get somebody to look after our child. I mean, this is how people was
Yeah,
how
but
rational people are in this place.
here's the thing though. You can't, because let's say Era can't to look after each other. But Era tell me by my son home sick because he might have been in contact with somebody for COVID. It is hard for me to agree because now I also have a family as well,
Hmm.
right? And these are the things that you have to look at. I think there's a certain level of rational thinking that has to go into decision making, and I think that we lack some of that at times. We also lack empathy, um, and that is one of the reasons why a lot of people were upset. And I totally agree with it.
But yeah, we gotta. I mean, before we do things, I think people need to sit down, let's analyze, decide on how we go about it, but how we gonna deal with the parents. What is best for them? What is best to going forward? How we gonna help these people? You just get up one day, the school closed. Um, okay, so what's supposed to do? I got two children home. What's supposed to do? But I got to go work. Main discuss with my boss. Main discuss with my boss. Um, I can't come today because of the week. Because I mean, come on. And these are the things we're saying. Nobody is saying that we're not in a crisis. We're in a crisis. But how are we handling the crisis from the trying to deal with people? People are frustrated. And I'm saying we had enough time, as I keep saying again, to sit down, chart the course, how we're gonna deal with the course. I mean, let's look at this again. School out. We had a laptop program. It shut down.
Hmm.
It shut down because they decided go, but we don't need the laptop program. Now let's be real, guys. Most of the children who do well in this country is poor people children. You know how much of them suffering right now? Because they have nothing to do. They ain't on a laptop, they ain't on nothing. Now the excuse was that there was papi sharing themselves for the laptop. Well, let's agree. But what you do? You fix the problem? Where's the vision?
True.
Where is the vision?
Hold
Because
on.
here what? 5 years
Hold
ago,
on. Hold on. Hold
we
on.
didn't
Hold
expect
on.
upon.
Hold on. I think we have a question. We might need to address it. So you guys are saying that they should not close the school if they have a community spread. They have to close the school.
Um, no,
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 no.
no. That what I'm saying.
Okay, that's why
I
I
could
said we have
explain.
to
That what I'm
address it.
saying.
um,
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead, Curtis. I'll speak after you. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. No, that's not what I was saying. The person there. What I was saying, there was a community spread within the school because the school was affected. Instead of letting the parents come back to the school to talk to them, that's one. You could have found an alternative place. Secondly, nobody is saying don't close the school or close school, but you got to make sure that the parents and everybody on a level of understanding. The parents must be on a level of understanding. Not just close the school just like that, and then instead when they're asking for the way how forward, you come up with a answer where it could help everybody. It was like school closed and there's somebody to look after your child.
So
Closing
so
the, you
Curtis,
had to
my
close the
my
school.
now Curtis, my thing about it is yes, you do have to close the school. I totally agree with closing the school.
Yes, I agree.
To
But yeah,
Jackie who asked the question. My thing was because of how sudden it was, because of how dire the situation was or would have been, there should have been something put in place by government for the individuals who have children attending that school that do not have any want to take care of their children, where they should have been given the opportunity at least to work from home or at least stay at home with the children because you have individuals who may have children in high school that also have children in primary school. Now, if my son and my daughter go in school together, one in high school, one in primary school, and one is exposed, the other one more than likely is exposed as well. So now I have to stay home with both kids, right? I can't leave a 3 year old, a 5 year old, a 7 year old home alone. So something should have been put in place so that these parents who have these children can work from home, can do something, but you can't force me and tell me that oh, it's just like Easter, it's just like Christmas. Hell no, it's not like Easter, it's not like Christmas.
You get a chance to plan for Easter. You get a chance to plan for Easter and Christmas, like you mentioned, right?
Yeah, but the thing about Easter and Christmas is they don't really change here. Easter break and Christmas break don't change here. And when
The
December
same.
comes Christmas, and
Yeah.
I know for a fact that I know for a fact my children in school in December. So I know for a fact I say, hey mommy, here we're going on. I need ABC. Right? You know what I mean? That's the problem.
Yeah, you could
That is
take
where I
vacation.
felt that there was an issue. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's where the issue I felt.
All right.
So we're not saying don't close. Nobody's saying don't close the school. That is straightforward. So as I was saying about the laptop, what I'm saying, if we had a plan again and thinking down the road, these same laptop could have been used today. Each community probably could have got a Wi-Fi. By then, the probably teachers would have been ready up to date with teaching based on what's going on. But we finished with it. The pandemic come on us, and in a lot of our children in just lost. Some of them can't do the work. Some could do the private school that is properly organized. How much poor people could afford to pay? I mean, sometimes we gotta be real. Sometimes we like to say, "Oh, this could afford to buy that." We agree, but it ain't some of them who can't even afford to buy. The reality is, and 90% of the time, these are the kids who are doing well. So what is the way forward? We don't know now. Even now, the school going to open September. So at the moment, we at the mercy of, my father said slapping the laptop thing to me was a joke. The vision, yes, the children were playing around, but we could have do something in order to enhance that. Excuse instead of just
So
finishing with it.
so one of the questions that I have for you, Curtis, is we had 45 cases in 15 months, which comes down to three. It comes down to three cases per month. Yeah, at a full blown outbreak. Now during that 45 cases, we had complete lockdown. Now we have a full blown outbreak. We have no lockdown. We have a curfew. What are your thoughts on that?
Why, me thoughts. You see, it's all boiled down to again. I still got to go back to planning from last year to where we be today. Everything you do, you have to have a plan. You have to chart your course. A plane just don't just take off and go. You must chart your course. We should already start to chart the course from last year. How we gonna deal with a situation like this? Is either we're gonna lock down the country fully, we're gonna do the partial lockdown as what we're doing now, and we up to now we don't have a plan.
Well, they're doing the
We don't
partial
have a
lockdown, so
plan.
the partial lockdown might have been the plan. Like you said, that might have been the plan.
Yeah, but the partial lockdown still ain't working. Because look how much case you're coming up with every day. And I'm saying, based on what we were dealing with last year, somebody tell us the truth. Why we afraid to the full lockdown? We here in the country don't have any money. So what's the reason? Because if you're asking the question, we need the answers. Last year you had two or how much ever. We had a full lockdown. Months. We got 300 and something. But we don't have no full lockdown. Is that sound like sense? I don't know. So what I'm saying, why we had full lockdown last year? Well, the situation was clear. That was election year. But try that under the bus. Election done gone since last year, June. After the election finished, to now, we should have been in a mood where we're planning for this year. So let's say the last election, lockdown was for the election. Okay, that done dusted and gone. So we passed that, right? We ain't going back to that part. What happened after the election to now? Are we any better? Because we do not have a plan. We do not have a plan. So may want to use the election as the excuse last year. That passed. And we know that was for election, okay. Election finished the 5th of June. The COVID was still going on. Did we put a team in place in case? I just tell you, in case we get what happens to us now. Because remember again, you can't run from the fact. We was watching St. Lucia, we was watching Antigua, we were watching everybody else spike. This is now June, and you're telling me that we're still fidgeting with if must fully locked down, if must fully locked down. Some people still saying and then get their money. This happening, that happening. Why? We shouldn't be in this position. We should not be fidgeting with absolutely nothing to do with what's going on today. I can't tell you we could stop the spreading like that. But if we had a plan, we would be able to handle the situation. Look how long it took. Okay, up to when the final 46. Did they do anything rapid? Let's say when we find out what was going on with 46, however, where the person was after. Did we take a rapid stand? No, we're going about it as normal still. Everybody was going about the business as normal. Then you hear the CMO say, oh, well, we don't have to lock down because of something and something. But how come we locked down last year? So we now between now and then we should have a plan for how we're going to deal with this thing if we end up in the position. And they keep telling us we're going to get in the position. Then no. The CMO keeps saying, Martin, what's your name? Cameron Wilkerson, the COVID is going to get you. So you know you were going to get us. So if you know the COVID was going to get us, why you didn't prepare for when it get us? Why we putting and tugging? Why we bobbing and weaving? One man say lockdown, over here say one thing. When they got the briefing, Lindsay saying something, Sean saying something, and this is the part we probably running from, This is the part now where I have a problem with. And some people were going to say, we shouldn't say it, let it break up. How can you tell me what's going on presently? How can you want me and tell me, you two gear on this program here tonight, you guys are together? Before we start, I had a dry one. May I come on here early?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys ain't do a test.
We appreciate
You guys
that.
ain't make sure. Hold on. Listen to the point. Listen to the point. You guys do a dry one. I watch your guy now, I'd observe a lot of things. You do a dry one, you do a test, you make sure the mic running, you make sure the camera running, you make sure the thing set properly. Then you say, give you how much ever to come back. Right? Check the point. Are the government doing a dry one? Lindsey Grant fighting with the AG. John Powell fighting with the Patches. Timothy fighting with Mark. So you want to tell me that we're going to get out this COVID when the man never fight against one another? Because everybody coming with a different plan. Listen, the other day when the port was closed down.
Wait. How are they fighting?
I know you're going to
No,
jump in there.
I said they're fighting and then tell us how they're fighting.
Listen, King.
This is real talk, Carter.
Listen, King. Listen clearly.
Yeah.
Listen again. Lindsey Grant and the AG had it out. They had a live press conference where the AG said something about the port. Lindsey Grant come and say the AG, you didn't know what's going on. And when you watch the two of them, nothing said to one another.
Okay.
So you mean that they're singing two different songs about the port. One saying you know the rules, one saying you don't know the rules. One saying, well, the minister authorized to do one thing, one saying the AG authorized to do one thing.
Okay.
So right away you could see that they're singing two different tunes among themselves. This is at the press conference, eh?
Yeah.
They're saying in cabinet.
Yeah.
John L. Powell, where Patches, said they're looking for a special candidate.
Okay.
I don't know if you see that press conference.
I saw that.
So what are they telling you?
Yeah.
What are they telling you?
Okay. Point.
Mark Brantley, Timothy said we're on lockdown and something over here. Mark Brantley Nevis said something else.
That is true.
Let's together?
Yeah, okay.
So how the hell we gonna fight the pandemic, King?
Well,
our life now is at risk.
Curtis, you see, it's important that you go into details because if you look at the comments, Jackie even just said, Curtis, that is all speculation. But now you put the cards on the table. I don't think it's speculation anymore. I think you put the cards on the table so we could see exactly where you were coming from when you made your comment.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man, because I'm saying these are the facts. These ain't the facts where we making a joke or making up nothing or trying to pull along nobody. The point I'm making at the end of the day, and what's said to you two guys came here tonight as a team. You tell partner what I'm gonna do, he tell you what I'm gonna do, and I tell you why I'm going to go about it. He said he gonna introduce me. You say you're gonna do whatever, right? Now you come saying something and he's saying something, and we seen it right now with these guys. So the point I'm making at the end of the day, if we're gonna fight the COVID as a team, and you guys saying two different things in front of the public eyes, what that is telling us? How are we gonna fight the pandemic when the people are supposed to be leading the charge as a
I can't imagine what behind the doors look like. that's all I'm
Right.
saying.
It's not leading to
Curtis, you break up a bit. Right
Jonel
there.
said to Patches, sorry, I'm saying Jonel said to Patches, you know me and I know you. Them is fighting words.
Oh wow.
But you're right.
Them is fighting words, and they're in a jokey word. You know,
them are
the letter
fighting
is there.
Yeah.
The letter is there. So I'm saying, how are we coming together as a collective, as a team? Mark Bradley said one thing in Nevis, but Nevis open here. Timothy said, don't give me a lockdown. I tell the Federation a lockdown.
Maybe
We
they had a
must be
talk.
singing the same song.
Maybe they had a conversation
Huh?
after. Maybe they had a conversation after, man. Maybe
Well,
After when?
I would say that locking down Sinkers and locking down Nevis, I didn't say anything about the Nevis didn't have any cases.
yeah.
Right? So I
No.
didn't say
I'm not
anything.
disputing.
No.
But they should
I'm
have
not
came out. They
disputing
should have
that.
came out together. They should have came out together and made this statement together.
Right. Okay then. Okay then.
Even if
You make the point
even if the
easy.
Prime Minister came out and said, "Listen, we're going to Sinkers, but we're not going to close
Sing
on
it.
Nevis because this is what is going on."
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. But he said clearly lockdown across the board. Then Mark come and said, no. Nevis. So you could see clear. I mean, this is no. And then look in the press conference when the fella get up and ask the question. You know, I mean, nobody tried to knock nobody. But at the end of the day, if these guys are not coming together collectively as a team, it's not helping us in the pandemic neither. I'm saying let them ask and let them break up. Yeah, but I can't look at it like that. Because at the end of the day, it's our country, it's our life at stake here. If they're not coming together as a team collectively, then it is disrupting us. It is not helping as a team collectively. With it. That's why you got so much issues with the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because you find Cameron saying one thing, the CMO saying another thing, Timothy saying something else. So all them getting two different songs. Nobody singing the same. Nobody singing the backup singer is singing the same song. You have the backup singing Elimat, the backup singing Nevis song, the backup singing somebody else's song. That's why you got your backup singer for. Everybody's supposed to sing in the same tune, King. And these are the major problem happening to us. So people not looking at it this and that, you know. The problem they have. Mind, if you're in cabinet fighting and somebody say, "Boy, you went on in cabinet," I can't no man hear it. But the letter is there. That Journal Paul wrote a letter to Patches.
Yeah.
The letter is there. The news is in the news.
It is.
But I finish with you. We're looking for a candidate of certain caliber. You ain't good enough. That's what you tell him. And then Patches said, "Boy, you know me, I know you." What I mean? But I will back you down and you could back me down. That's how the man them sound in public.
That
So
was
how could the
rough.
public how should the public be dealing with this?
Yeah. I agree with you. I
And
agree with you.
these are the issues the people in this federation create to address. All of us look at they want us to walk on with a blindfold. Partner, that's not how it works. We got to now tell the politicians, guys, you guys got to come to the plate. You guys got to address the issue. You guys got to show us that you're serious. This ain't no time to talk about no palm labor, whatever. Our country in this way, we have a problem. We have a major problem. And it's because they're wrangling and tugging against each other. They don't know they can't sit down to come up with a massive plan of how we're going to go forward. And these are the things we're talking about.
No.
These are the issues what is on the table hurting us. Mainly overseas, I live in Sinkits. I see it every day. It's around me. I got to deal with it. I got to go in the street. I got my children, them. I got so much of things happening. You know, so That's the facts and the matter of the problem. These are real. This thing is
Yeah.
real, my brother. You know, we gotta be real. Some people afraid to be real. And the guy says real talk. I'm talking real.
Real.
See, I
Real.
got, watch here.
real
Big man,
talk,
I'm so real. What? Check me shot. It's a yellow shot. Me I got a red shot here. I got a yellow shot. And look what I got on it. A blue shot.
Uh,
So I got a PAM and I got a CCM shot. So it's a
Okay,
politics.
so here the thing. Now, we about to wrap it up shortly, but one of the
Yeah.
things I want to
Questions will
ask you
go.
about. One of the things I want to ask you about before we go. We're gonna have another little light moment before we go. Well, recently King Socrates released a song, and Socrates released a song speaking about individuals who aren't vaccinated and things of that nature. Now, to me personally, as someone who has played music before, the person who recorded this song and King Socrates should have never released that song. But what were your thoughts on this song?
What?
No,
Wait,
no, I tell you.
hold
No,
on.
no. Be honest with you, brother. I'm gonna be straight again, right? Hear me. This is not attack on Socrates
Killing
to
me.
say personally, right? Listen to me, guys, carefully.
Yeah.
Socrates get a second chance in life like everybody else. Me ain't gonna go into the details like that.
Very true.
Nobody discriminate against Socrates. He got taxi license. He was the Calypso King for St. Kitts, and nobody say discriminate. He shouldn't get this and he shouldn't get that because of his past. Why should Socrates come now and sing a song discriminated against people who did not take the vaccine? It is discrimination. Socrates should never ever again. Same thing he said the fellow who talk about the vaccine. It's the same thing Socrates do. He come again thinking Socrates must remember PAM people, Unity people, Labour people, CCM people, NRP people, everybody not take the vaccine. So you cannot sing a song where you discriminated against people. When you, the same person, was in a situation years ago or whenever back then, you rebound, you do your life, and you're coming back. But nobody discriminate against you. Nobody say you shouldn't get taxi license. Nobody say you shouldn't become a king of the country. Nobody say that you shouldn't be, people mustn't respect you in the street now, because you're King Socrates. So why should you sing a song and discriminating against me for my fundamental rights? That is my right if I don't want to take the vaccine. That is also his right to sing the song. But at the end of the day, you must sing a song as the Calypso King of Singits that's not going to be disrespectful to people. Lead from the front. Because how he would feel if Calypso go up and sing a song on him in that kind of derogative way. We're going to cry out. We're going to say, no, it's wrong. So, and this is the thing I get back to what I'm saying to you guys. The people in charge of the countries who are making the water muddy and making people don't want to take the vaccine. Because how they could encourage Socrates to sing a song like that? Knowing that Socrates is a very popular person in the country. But you want Socrates to tell people, in a way, take the vaccine, no? Instead of using him to abuse people. Because that's how I'm telling them, ain't gonna make people take the vaccine more. Go on Facebook, you see what's going on with him. Because people are gonna get upset. Be careful what you say. I just said it a while ago. And based on what he's saying here with his song, it makes the water even more muddy. It makes people even more want to take the vaccine. Because guess what? People gonna look at it now, hey, but Socrates is a PAM. And I take the vaccine. Or if Socrates had come in a way where we could sit down or come and say, boy, let us take the vaccine, you know, come in a way where, forget about what that man say, but you come in your own style. You sing a song discriminating against people, but people is anti-vax. Wait till you use the word anti-vax. What do you mean in anti-vax? I take vaccine when I was young. So you're going to tell me anti-vax. You're an anti-vax?
So,
Anti-vax is not a bad word, eh? Just so you know.
No, I
my,
have a
my
problem
thing
with people
about it was,
anti-vax. But I'm just saying though, when you say people is anti-vax, to me, this word anti-vax should be used right now. Most people say they ain't even understand what anti-vax means. All people say, some people say bring on the vaccine. You got the people who are against the vaccine. That is clear.
Yeah.
But all people has a point though. You're rushing something down my throat. You know my people ain't going back with the second dose? What the reason? They must ask themselves, what is the reason why all of the people take the first dose and trying for the second dose? Check the chart. Because people start to work out about something ain't right. Why are you telling me I had enough? Man get sick on the first dose. So you mean that the people are anti-vax? So you're saying the people don't take the second dose? The anti-vaxxer don't take a first dose? I know what you're singing, know what you're saying, I just tell you so. People got to think before they do stupidness. Because you take a first shot, I mean take the second, you mean the anti-vax? What do you take the first one for? If anti-vaxxer wouldn't take nothing at all, because you have people present in now when they speak to you. Who a fellow, the same fellow with patches tell patches to do the same thing. But sorry I don't take them two shots. Now I understand what's going on. So you anti-vax, we take two shots. Some people take one. So the anti-vax, I'm saying, think before you talk. You keep telling people all the time. Does this sound relevant? No. You're attacking people. You're discriminating against me. They ain't commit no crime, ain't kill nobody. How I become anti-vax? How I become top priority in terms of the leaders talking when they're going to talk? We see what went down with the fellas them with the thing and they come together and decide to come together with the gang story. Okay, excellent. Nobody discriminate against them because people feel that was a good idea. Okay. How come you can't think the same thing about me? So why the people want to take the vaccine, let's respect them. I hope that everybody could wear the mask and do what they gotta do. All of a sudden it's like, but they taking the vaccine, it's like, watch out them have a cliff. This is what the man say. Put us in a boot camp. He now come and straighten the point. The anti-vax, we want from them. Shut them aside, the anti-vax.
Well,
So
here's my
this
thing, Curtis. I I listened to this song quite a few times actually. The message in this song is a message that divides the country. Right? You have individuals that are going to, but then my other thing with this song is that this song really and truly shouldn't even have been recorded because I'm listening to this song and this song is a horrible song. Right? No, I'm telling you, I know,
song the
because if
what?
you listen to it, singing, this song is a poorly put together song.
I didn't hear
No,
it.
if you listen to him sing and listen to the beat, the half beat,
I
I
didn't
listen to
hear it.
everything, and I was disappointed to see that
Send me this song
not
after
only are
this.
you called, yeah, I'm talking it. Not only are you singing a song to divide our people, but then you have this half beat thing. So we can people who want to be divided can't even march in unison because the half beat. You know what I mean? And that's the problem I had with this song.
I can tell
And
you
and and
something.
and and, and I'm saying,
This vaccine program is going to be rolled out, and they're going to roll it out like this very soon. You want to go to school, you have to take this vaccine. Just so we have to take all those other vaccines, you're going to have to take this vaccine. That's how they can start. That's where they can start. That's the next move. Just wait and see.
by King, they're gonna get a lot of pushback. I just tell you, people who take the first dose is not taking the second dose.
Yeah.
Check the chart.
I need to look at the chart.
The chart stop. The chart stop.
Stop moving.
The
We have a
numbers
The
problem.
start
chart
for
stop.
you. The numbers start for you.
We have a problem. We have a problem. We have a problem.
The numbers
Chart
start for you.
stop.
Really and
Yeah.
truly though, right from what I was looking at, when you had the first, when it was being called a cluster, that is the first time the chart had moved for some days. People rushed out and people started getting vaccinated. And then now these numbers start raising. But, it took something that
Watch
serious
it
for
up.
people to actually consider it.
You know, before you go, you know the other problem I had too? The Prime Minister took a mic in his hand and he said to the nation, the business places, this is where we're going. People are gonna have to take the vaccine. And the business places, and he went on. After you see people start to take the vaccine, he come back and say, I didn't have a meeting with the business place, and I am not supporting people who want to press people to take the vaccine. And he don't realize people start to take it now. This is the kind of double cross we keep getting all the time from these people. 1 minute you tell the business places, go after people. You come back in another breath and say, well, I didn't have no meeting with the business places. Listen to the two talking and you see the difference. So the question is trust again. trust. You say one, mind, you let the military space to go after people, you know. Remember, let us start the back left, right, and center in St. Kitts, you know.
Yeah.
Rams,
That's
you
true.
see everybody putting up the thing, and people start to get scared. Everybody started to get scared. Hotspot everybody. Man start to run wild. Because the Prime Minister had said that. But he tried to justify it now. Because the chart going up. But he didn't have the meeting with us to tell us we're mask. But we keep putting on our mask. I mean, we gotta people ain't stupid, my brother. And then we still got the issue. We running from the fact we got the issue with the $800,000 what he say in the church for the vaccine. Where that money be? Where that money gone? This is real talk. With
In
the
the Hairy
money
Bank.
in a church. Huh? In the Hairy Bank?
No, yeah,
Where the money? Where the money?
Anyway, let me
You
read
say you
this.
spent $800,000. Where the money? And you mustn't ask the question again because you get free vaccine. But you say you spend the money. Where the money be? I mean, we got genuine question to ask. We had an issue at the hospital, yeah. We're forgetting all these things, you know, guys. Remember, we had a stem cell and a vaccine problem. I mean, a stem cell and we were at the hospital, yeah. When Dr. Martin stopped it and they fired him, yeah. I remember that?
Yeah. I remember
You
that.
believe them things happening? You believe them things happening in America?
That
Up to now, we ain't gonna invest. Up to now, we ain't gonna
happen.
investigation. But hear me, King. Listen what I'm saying to you. Dr. Martin, when he see him at the time, he stopped acting what's happening in the hospital, annoying to the nation. He was fired. Cameron Wilkinson was there. He said nothing about it. For months, Sinkers was without a CMO. And you can tell me these people serious when they come to the hospital? Months we didn't have a CMO. Nobody went on wage. You ain't hear all the high society people talking about that. We went on for months. And up to now, they say we're going to get an investigation. We ain't get none. This is health. We still on health. This is health. Up to now, nobody gets an investigation. Nobody at all. What was that? Suppose that was a pandemic. Suppose them thing to get where you think it's. What would they tell us? Not going to trigger off a pandemic too. Because it was illegal. It was illegal in the hospital. In our main hospital like that. And when the CMO say, hey, what's going on here? No man, stop this. What happened to him? He lost his job. Doctors, they go against doctors? Cameron Wilkinson didn't say nothing. He didn't say a word. They said we're going to get an investigation. We're still waiting. So you guys tell me, is this thing acceptable?
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah,
thing
but
acceptable, guys? This is what we're supposed to be going to as a citizen in this country. And when you ask questions, people want to cuss you, people want to abuse you, people want to tell you all kind of foolishness. Because you're not supposed to ask any question. The first thing, the easiest thing to say, you're talking politics. But it's a genuine question, King. Put yourself in our position out there. We are the citizens. We wasn't doing nothing illegal in the hospital. Years later, not a thing happened up to now. And we had months without the CMO. How could I trust the people now who are in charge? Think about it. At the end of the day, a lot of people in the vaccine is also trust. I trust you guys to come talk here tonight. If I didn't trust her, I would not come here. So the word is trust. You guys trust me. If you didn't trust me, you wouldn't come here talking to her. You understand what I'm saying now? Before you do things you analyze, you guys say, about this fella seem cool. The same thing I say about these guys seem cool. I tell her about Aisha, so we trust each other. But how could I trust the people? Think about it. Look how much information I say here tonight. And I'm sure you guys can't believe that all this shopping is going on in St. Kitts. This ain't in education. This ain't, nothing but you hate nobody. Nobody hate the government. I want the best for St. Kitts. St. Kitts is my only place. It's my home. This is where I live. Me ain't going nowhere to live. The green card mash up. And my children is the one I got to stand up for. And come people ain't listening to what I try to tell them. Every day you're saying the same thing. I see children in this country go up. The boy lived down the street, Jelani, St. Kitts' #1 goalkeeper today. He used to play football with him in the yard. Daddy reminded me. He said, Cook, I remember they used to tell me run him out the yard. Me yard was the football team, the number one goalkeeper for St. Kitts right now, Jelani Archibald, live down the road. He used to be in here playing football. When them out the yard, I said, well, the youth man them play the football. One live in front of me just graduate, live in Antigua. But when them out the yard, Devon Elliott, I could call all the names. Miss St. Kitts 2 years ago.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I got to saw these comments here.
no,
Yeah, I got to saw these comments here.
yeah, they I hope.
Is that latte? Is that latte?
Well, I'm looking at the misinformation comment. I hope that there's no suggestion that we're misinforming the public from this platform, right? Because we do not aim to misinform, and we actually try to do the total opposite.
Well,
And one of the things that we were saying is that there's a lack of information being disseminated to the general public about what is really going on and what is happening. And I think there is a sense that the people should just listen to what is being said piece by piece and devour that and feel full. But if we're not full, we're going to ask questions. And our questions are there to be answered. If we ask questions and we get the answer from the proper authorities, then there will be no misinformation, just to be clear. So, Curtis, carry on, please.
well, yeah, as I say, you know, you don't got them kind of thing. Nobody here to there's no disinformation because everything what I say here tonight is fact, it's truth. I don't try to pull down nothing. I try to do as much as I can to help my country. So, you know, as I was saying to you that, you know, so much people pass through here, you know, young people, missing kids some years ago. I mean, I could go on and on and on. So at the end of the day, all we're asking for is let us do what is best for our country. We're too quick to jump on each other. We're too quick as soon as you say something, is either you're against. And this is on both sides. Because if I say something label, people say, oh, you come against the unity.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't deal with them kind of shipping this king.
It's true.
I can't deal with them shipping it.
It's true.
If you're going wrong, you're going wrong. And I use the example. Same thing I tell me, son. Just like I correct you, in the same way I correcting the politician. I don't trust them. Chichuan, put all the name in Crooke because I want to make sure that nobody fighting about nothing. Because when you get older, when you pass on, the big one say you want to take everything. So it's always a confusion. And if we're not correcting our politician, who's going to correct them? Because here what? When all of them come out of office, when all of them come out of office, they're coming with millions in the pocket here. My daughter, for 6 and 7 years, don't got to pay for a pier, what costs 100 million here. We know how much money the man who a part of the pier gone with. But she gonna pay she taxes. I want to be watching the big picture. So I don't know people with the foolishness. This is not permanent labor. This is the reality. Because the labor could get out tomorrow and feel like we're the same way with our people because it's done before. So when my daughter start to talk, it's hush them out. And my daughter decide 20 years from now, you say the country and the population tell her go get a child. You say, man, ready for no child. She ain't ready for no child. Oh, you got to get a child, otherwise else. Because she has no rights. This is exactly what's going on with the vaccine. Take the vaccine or else. But if we don't set the benchmark now, what's going to happen 20 years from now? Conrad's going to tell me daughter the same thing? Joe going to tell me daughter the same thing? Douglas going to tell me son the same thing? I mean, we got to be real people. This is not about permanent. This is our children's future. Whatever we do today is going to affect our children 20 years from now. And remember, I keep saying it all the time. Why every minute in Nevis they call the man name? What his name? Simeon Daniel or whoever. The man who dead. What the guy name? He name the call that in Nevis. The first man in Nevis, that's whoever. What his name?
Simeon Daniel.
Is Simeon Daniel?
Yeah,
Simeon.
yeah.
Why every minute we think is with the talk about Batcho. When America they talk about Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, because them people never stand up, where we would have been today? Me and you could have been here and alive. We not got that luxury. Mandela went jail for how much years? Come out and become the president. So if you think all these people who stand up then had sit down and say, but I mean I do nothing. But let them there stay arm to them. Could me and you today could have a life? Could you guys still be sitting in America today? No. So why we afraid to stand up for our children too?
Curtis, we got a question for you. If Labour was in government, would you have taken the vaccine?
I just tell you a while ago. Let me put it this way. If Douglas tell me when go up on the mountain now, I tell him go before me. Me ain't going away. The vaccine nothing to do with me and Labour. It's not again. The vaccine got on yellow shot tonight, you know. The vaccine has nothing to do with Labour. The vaccine is that I not feeling comfortable taking something in my body. What me sure about?
No. Hold on. Curtis. I gamble a lot, eh? When I gamble, you got thing called bluff. So you're bluffing me. I looking for yes and no answer, you know. You give me Episcopal boss one.
Listen again. No, hear me again.
Okay,
the answer is no. I just tell you so.
Okay, the answer is no.
Yeah, and why you have not taken the vaccine yet? Because I think what happened is Jackie joined us late, and she wants to know why Curtis has not taken the vaccine yet. You're the man of the hour, so tell her why you haven't.
Well, I will explain again, my friend.
Yeah, do it one more
not
time.
Taking the vaccine. Huh?
Yeah, do it one more time.
What's that?
Yeah, explain one more time.
Not taking the vaccine. Yeah, not taking the vaccine, my friend. It's my personal choice.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling comfortable with this new brand vaccine. I don't trust the people who are bringing the message about the vaccine. Has nothing to do with who in or out. The messaging, you're putting something in my body. I don't know what happened to me 3 years from now. I'm scared, just like I'm scared for the COVID. The disrespect of the people bringing the message for the vaccine. I can't just jump and take something. They say it's a trial. They say it's this. They say it's that. I'm not sure. You ain't give me an option. You bring one vaccine, you give it to me. The lot of lie, the lot of distrust with the people who disseminating the message. How could I just jump and take something? Every day we're learning about what's going on in America. Every day we're seeing the Fauci and the email and the this and the that. Guys, we got to take the time and analyze what we're dealing with. I'm going to give you a joke to where the person that's talking about the vaccine. The same people. It's a light moment again. Listen to this one. The same people into listen to fake news and all these people, right? Somebody write on Facebook with a fake page that the CMO resigned, and she answered the person in the briefing. So who listened to the fake news? You all get what I just said?
So she paying attention. She paying attention though, like that.
She paying attention to the fake news. Because she knows she ain't resigned. So why would you answer the fake news people? But you don't want us to listen to CNN. You don't want us to the embassy. But you come to the briefing to tell us somebody who fake right on Facebook that you resign, and you answer the fake person. If you know you ain't resigning, you don't need to answer that person on Facebook. So the vaccine don't do with Pam and Labour. Douglas could have come a million times and said take the vaccine. And I just tell you guys, I was close to taking the vaccine.
You did.
So the person listening, did I say earlier I was close to taking the vaccine?
You did.
When the fellow, what his name? Sebastian, I'm honest. And after I hear what happened, I said no. So the issue taking the vaccine is people who bring in the message.
Yeah.
I said it earlier, the person didn't ask, and I was honest. I said to you guys, I was close to taking the vaccine. And after what happened, I said, I hope I know. These people ain't got no respect for people.
You did.
So the vaccine is more than how some people seen it. And maybe some of the people who are on the wall is not on the ground in St. Kitts. So they don't understand what's going on in St. Kitts. Because guess what? A lot of things are going on here. Sound like a puzzle here. Because I show a lot of stuff I said tonight. You two guys are surprised with what I'm talking about. It's
Oh, yeah,
unbelievable.
me for sure.
It's okay, thank you. And this ain't a lie.
Yeah,
This ain't a
some things
lie.
you talk about, some things you talk about sound like Hollywood really and truly.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it sound like real life things and so you sound
No.
like
That's the
you
point.
got, it sound like to me, it sound like saying this news to a Netflix series that we ain't about.
But,
You know what I
but
mean?
you just
Like
said
you could, we could sell the
you
right.
make a mockery. You make a mockery of a man tonight who won against Douglas, saying that, but I may believe in the vaccine, but I still take the
But
vaccine.
hold on. Me ain't make a mockery of the man.
Okay,
Curtis,
sorry, you make a mockery yourself.
you're not.
Sorry,
Well, no, you could say
you make
that.
a mockery yourself.
If
Sorry,
he
my
make a,
bad. You
if I
understand?
say feel like he already asked, I don't see nothing wrong with that. He make a mockery
Right? But
himself,
what I'm
then make
saying,
back.
right? No, sorry, but what I'm saying in a nutshell. So people who listening to that as somebody who telling people to take the vaccine, how they supposed to feel? If you listen to your politician saying that, which one is the vaccine you're gonna take? But I mean, believe in it, but I take it because this is the issue that I'll be looking at. Not come to asking me foolishness. The vaccine have
Yeah,
nothing to do with
yeah,
Douglas.
you're right. You're
Douglas
right.
could
You're right.
talk till he drop. Am I own a card when it comes to this vaccine story? It's just like I used to tell fellas. When I used to work on the catamaran, and I think his stories, every time we done work, man against the wheel. But the point I'm making, they used to say, man, Crooke, take a jar of this spliff. I walk out, yeah, okay, no problem, guys. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And nobody can peer pressure me. I got chicken. So I said, eat piece of chicken and smoke the weed. So if I can't get you eat chicken, or you get me smoke weed.
But you like this.
You'd have been
Yeah, but
surprised.
these are the reality.
You
But
like
King, I'm
this,
wrong.
but you
No,
like
but
this.
that's the point. Nobody could make me do what I don't want to do. So people got the concept
I feel
wrong.
you.
Don't tell me about Douglas.
I feel you.
When I decide I'm gonna do something, because I want to do it. And labor people knows that. You know what I'm abuse openly on Facebook and Instagram I say, it's not permanent labor, it's the problem of what I have in front of me. I don't care who. My dealing with it, how I deal with the situation that it is. And I'm saying to you, it's the same thing with the lady in the hospital. I could have blown it up. I could have come out and said a lot of things what was happening. And I know I went on, made him talk a lot of things. But I don't think I should say it. Because it's not about making
Yeah,
Sinkers look
definitely.
bad. It's not about making nobody look bad. If I see something wrong at the hospital, I wouldn't publish it up, put it up. I will tell somebody. Just like when I used to work on the airport the same way. I see a lot of things used to go on. And before I make any alarm and come out, I will go tell somebody about do this, do that. Make sure everything okay. Make sure this, make sure that. Because next time you gotta ask somebody the bigger picture. And if I was the person some people think, where I walk in now, you gotta live up. I go by everybody place. Not one person could ever say for the past year, Cook was disrespectful, Cook was rude. Same thing on the airport. So I'm saying we got to look at the bigger picture. We got to now be more professional in what we're doing. And the people leading our child at the moment have to be professional. There's a lot of problem we have in Sinkit. A lot of people are very unprofessional, especially at the top. We got to face the reality. These are the problems we have in the country. We cannot be professional, especially people at the top. And when we understand that, then we could go forward. That's why we're asking for other people here. By willing to help anybody. And see people, that's what I keep saying. I never ask you two guys who you all be. I know you're on the program and we link.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Will you
true.
be exactly
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
right. You're right. Well, Curtis, I ain't gonna lie to you, we gone past timing, but we go when you have a good
Well, no
conversation,
problem,
you keep
man.
it going.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on.
Well, to all
One of the things I realize. Hold on. One of the things I realize. We got a lot of people watching this show. And me see no likes and follows. Guys, I go like and follow our Facebook page, please. All right. Yes, I begging for likes and follows now. Go like and follow our Facebook page. We have a lot of great shows. We have shows that come out every week. We have a show
Yeah.
that's bi-weekly called The Topics. Big up to Alan and China Wallen. And then you have Real Talk Corner every week with Reese and Ira and me, so we want to put it in a really matter. And we just want y'all to go, like, follow the Facebook page. So I could be a part of the conversations that we have. We got some good conversation here.
Ask
And yeah, miss
Curtis.
out on a lot of them because y'all don't want to. Ask Curtis about the conversation. Curtis has been a part of it. You know what I mean? Curtis help us get some things. Pick up yourself in Curtis. But Curtis, with that being said, one of the things we saw about the misinformation coming from Jackie. Jackie, I want to know what misinformation that we don't try to mislead anyone. That is the truth. We really don't try to mislead anyone. Um, I noticed that you did go back and say that the misinformation was in terms of the politicians and politics and stuff like that. But we here in Real Talk Corner, we at Real Entertainment Network, we do not try to mislead anyone. We speak what we feel, no agenda. Me
Facts
personally,
too.
I have never
Exactly how
voted
we
in my,
feel.
I have never voted, and I don't think I will ever vote. So me talk with no water in mouth because really bad at me. You know what
I've
I mean?
voted.
And we speak on how we feel, and that is what it is. We approach it from what we see it as. We may not always agree on things, and the viewers may not always agree with things. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's why we call real talk, and we could talk our things. But with that is, when you give a word to the people, you know what I mean? Say a little thing to the people before you leave.
Yeah, well, I
Tell
want
them,
to say thanks to everybody. Thanks to you guys
yes,
for
man.
having me tonight. Thanks to all the people on the wall who write in. It's nice to see that people concerned. That's what life is all about. We have to hear our views very respectfully. Ain't everybody gonna like, and ain't everybody gonna dislike. Some gonna like, some gonna dislike. But it is what it is. Guys, thanks again for having me. Appreciate it to the highest level. And anytime you guys need assistance in anything and I could help, Curtis is always here.
We
Oh,
want
That's what
yeah,
it's
Dougie.
man,
all
yeah,
about.
man.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on that. I
We
can get
want
that for you
Dougie.
guys. Don't worry. You know where it be.
Yeah,
Just
you're
just give
working
me
on
my
that. You're
time.
working on that.
Just
Yeah, man.
let me do
I
what I gotta
believe
do,
you.
and yeah, you know what I
Curtis,
mean. I'm
before
not
you
gonna
go,
give up. Don't
And
worry.
just drop a just
yeah, man.
encourage the people to also go out and like the page if they haven't clicked the like button on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
on the
Well,
Late
as the
page.
guy
fee,
say,
late follow.
we calling on your people to go like the page, follow us,
Yeah.
and the people who want to take the vaccine, people, feel free to go and take the vaccine. I'm not anti-vax. I'm
Yes,
not. I'm
yes,
talking myself. You all who want to go out and take the vaccine, feel free. As they say, check your doctors. Check your doctor.
Do your
Make
own
sure you're
research.
okay. Make sure you're comfortable.
yes.
Okay, people, so don't think that I hate people are telling people do not go take the vaccine. Feel free to do what you have to do, what you feel is best for your family. Don't let anybody force you into what you want to do. It must be done clear within your conscience. And again, guys, thanks for
Definitely,
having me. Appreciate it
definitely, definitely.
at the top of the level.
Um,
And just
I
give
have
Real
one thing
Talk
before I
Corner a
go.
big up. What you say?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Curtis, just give Real Talk Corner a big up. Just say, you tuned into Real Talk Corner. We just want a little drop live on the air. You tuned into Real Talk Corner and the Real Entertainment Network. Big up yourself or something of that sort before we bust out.
Yeah, man. Tune in, people, to Real Talk Corner. Real talk, the real talk, real talk. Keep talking. Talk the facts in the Real Talk Corner.
All right,
Yes,
Curtis.
man.
Jackie say you see
Hey,
you
check
get
it
the
out.
back
One
in.
thing. One thing before I go. I mean, there's a lot of people asking about my beverage of choice tonight. So these right here are what they call adult Capri Sun.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Um, I had a friend of mine that sent some adult Capri Suns to me, and I let me drink some adult Capri Sun on the air. You know what I mean? So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for your support, being here with us tonight. It's been a pleasure, Curtis. Want to thank you for accepting the invitation. Being here with us, talking the things them. You know what I mean? Keeping the talk real. You know what I mean? Dropping the talk where the talk supposed to drop. We got.
Yeah.
We really want to say thank you, man. I want to say thank you. You talk a lot of things that a lot of people. But like Curtis said, guys, I just say for me, I have not taken the vaccine, but I am not anti-vax. I am scared of needles. Um, and with that being said, feel like you want to take the vaccination, please go ahead and take it. If you feel like you don't want to take the vaccination, don't take it. I have offered to drink the serum, and they tell me I can't drink it. So because they tell me I can't drink it, and I have to take an injection, the more look with me. Yes, you got some adult things on the inside. So you don't give this to your children.
Okay.
But it's called adult Capri Sun.
All right.
Alright, so everybody go out. Make sure I like and follow our Facebook page, please. Alright, I'm
Please.
begging for likes and follows. I'll tell you this now.
We will appreciate it. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Definitely, man.
And yeah. The show was not to bash the vaccine. Yeah.
Not at all. Curtis, big up yourself.
The show was not to bash
Yeah, man.
the
Cheers. I
government.
can lock out now.
Yeah, man, anytime.
Yeah, man, anytime.
You know.
Night, eh? Take
Yes,
it easy,
I.
guys.
Yes, I,
Bless up,
Curtis.
bless up.
Bless up.
Bless
And
up.
Reese,
Yeah.
see you next week
Yeah.
right here on Real Talk Corner. I don't know if you're gonna be
Yeah,
on
man.
tomorrow night with the topics or if that the
Blessings.
topics will be cancelled. But
Yeah,
thank everyone for tuning in.
joining the topics.
All
Bless
right,
up. Like and follow, guys. Like and follow.
we out.
Real talk, real talk, real